everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. We're here. I'm like 89% ready. Let me launch the game. That's a good start. Maybe grab some earphones. How's everybody doing? Happy. I said that one already. Let's see where we're at. What do we want to do today? We did trading post yesterday. That was fun. Let's see how long the battery lasts on these bad boys today. Board ready. I have scones, and this is important. What kind of scones do you have? I did I made raisin ones not that long ago. And they were pretty good. And I bought more buttermilk so I could make more scones or muffins or something. Predictably, it did not happen, but the intent was there. I was also, I think, trying to make my ponytail more complicated than it needs to be. I saw like a YouTube short that was talking about like making it glam. And I'm pretty sure that at this stage in my life, it just needs to be on the back of my head. I think I think the mood is fluffy whether we want it to be or not. They will last 45 minutes. Got a mixed berry and apple and a maple one. Half of each part of my lunch. Oh, nice. I love the mix and match. Glorious humidity. Yeah, I washed my hair yesterday, which is probably why it's always a little extra fluffy when it's super clean. I need to make them watch a New York Times cooking video this morning about them, too. No, this is your sign. You got to do it. It's not up to you. The universe said. The universe needs you to make some scones. I'd say if you guys do it, I'll do it, but I can't make promises I can't keep right now. I showed up to stream. That's a good start. Let's work with that. Look at how cute my priest is. I can put this back in later. That's a memory card. We have the foot warmer going. We have some coffee we should be drinking. I have some vague ideas about what to do today, but I'm not really like locked into anything, so I'm kind of happy to poke around and see. Maybe try. Let's do maybe a little decor duel just to start. Just because I don't see why not. That sounds like a fun way to get going. Very cute mock. I was thinking of shuffling it a little bit. I like stuff that goes with the mushroom suit, but I don't like the chest piece that comes with the mushroom suit. But I don't know if that shirt is the one or not. Love the mushroom transmog. Pretty easy to make. Bye. Couldn't possibly be worse at decor duels. Always first to be found like 30 seconds. That's how I feel. And it's funny. There must be some like latent skill set or like experience from another game or from like a part of my childhood I missed or something. I don't know. There must be something that I'm like fundamentally missing about it. Because I also like, if I make it a minute, I am lucky. I can find people kind of sort of okay. Although yesterday was a bit of a drop off in my finding people ability. Yeah, it was tough out there. But I need more stuff. I want to get the bench cosmetic next. I've heard that you can use it in combat, which sounds like fun. Better than the Nat Mat toy, which apparently requires Children's Week. And then I haven't got any of the weapon transmogs. I don't really want any of them. However, if I'm still playing Decor Duel just for the heck of it, I may as well work on getting those because, you know, why not? If the activity's fun, it's up to spend it on. Let me reclaim my illusionary coins. I had transferred them over. I'm going to pull them back. I need 74 more coins. We're going to pick up the daily. Get into queue. Have a little water. Have a little coffee. And see if we can't wake the heck up. Yeah, just not a sneaky person, I guess. You see the post about WoW and D4? Nope, I sure didn't. How do we feel about it? I'm not a big fan of crossovers in general. They're fine, but I usually can kind of just ignore them. Overwatch has a similar game mode during holiday season. Wake me up. The closest thing that I've done to this was when in Plunderstorm there was an object that let you pretend to be a bush. That's about as close as I've gotten to playing this mode. I know different games have done it, but I've never. This is my first rodeo. Thank you for the Saturday update. It was good. Didn't know about the shop scandal. Yeah. Scandals. Scandal is, I guess it's a controversy. I don't know if anything, like, was surprising or shocking about it. They're just selling some expensive stuff. I think they can sell whenever they want. We can just choose to buy or not buy it, although the fact that they're selling it means that people are buying it. Yeah. I think... And also, I don't mean to nitpick your words. I think it was a perfectly fine word. I'm just figuring out what... I don't know what I'm doing. I need more coffee. I'm so sorry. That was kind of rude of me. More... Oh, hang on. I'm hiding. I'm a box of gems. I might try hiding in the building this time, or like maybe on the outside and then porting inside or something. Because often I have been sort of erroneously choosing to set myself up in places where people don't often like spam their ability, which is great and all until I have to move because of the flies. And then I'm quite in the wide open. I don't have a lot of like visual cover for when I do have to move. Because eventually you're either going to have to get flies or you're going to have to move. Let's set ourselves up here. I didn't really set up decoys either. Also, I think I have a trap. I have the songbird trap. That's not the trap I'd like. I would prefer to get, and I'm not far from it, honestly. I would really prefer to get the, I should have picked it up before the round started. Maybe next match. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm sweets. Although I gotta move. Yeah, they fixed the hunter tracking thing. Scandal is more if they like tricked people. Sheer avarice isn't scandal, it's just distasteful. I agree, it is distasteful. Yeah, I think that's exactly the thing. I was thinking scandal is usually like when something leaks or there's something surprising, something that they didn't want people to know that is then found out. There's usually some kind of a secret involved. This one's not a secret. They're advertising it. Oh. Human misspeak. No, we're fine. I just want to find that spot of being able to. I want sometimes I want to discuss things, but I don't want to nitpick people's language. That's not very nice. I think I'm doing okay, but I think it's more through luck than anything else. There is somebody looking around there. Oh, I think that's a ghost. I was like, what is that shadow? I can't see anybody. Yeah, Blizzard greedy. Not such a secret. I need to keep an eye out to see if anybody's coming around. Ooh, it's pretty close. Nope. We can I tried to stun him. Yeah, we lasted a little while anyway. Next time I'll get the trap that I like getting. I wonder if it's just luck. I wonder if it's just the luck of having the 7 people looking, just not think to look where you happen to be. And then you're just spamming your change spots button so that the bugs aren't on you. That's probably better than trying to physically reposition your character, huh? The thing is, the bugs will come back to you. Like, if you get bugs and then you swap spots, they'll just be like, oh, buzz, she's over here, buzz. Luck going to the start after they fan out. Yeah. Luck of not having tryhards that have seek and tag on a macro. Oh, can you do that? That's funny. Alright, we found everybody. Alright, I'm gonna get you. Oh, hang on. There we go. My leap is on just a default keybind. And it's just one of my default action bar keybinds. But when it's on my action bar, I never put anything good in that button because it's Shift Z. It's awkward. Oh well, we can do it. The good news is I now have all my achievements that I need, or that I wanted to do with Decor Duel. So how long I hide for is kind of immaterial. It's sort of no skin off my back. What is more important is that I either stun somebody or tag somebody, or maybe it doesn't even matter. Maybe they fixed it so that as long as you're trying, they're not going to give you nothing. That would be nice. I wonder if the meta's changing. I am still, choosing to, Oh, got somebody. Sir search upstairs before anywhere else. I know for a while a lot of people were kind of heading upstairs first thing. I don't know if they're still doing it, but we can, you know, have a look. We'll keep an eye out for anything suspicious. But we got somebody, so we're cruising. We're chilling. Kind of like Plunderstorm was. Volume trumps excellence. They don't really give you a lot of reward for winning or being good at this mode. I'm surprised they haven't taken another pass at that. There's seemingly very little incentive for doing anything more than participate, which is fine. I can take some pressure off, but like, I don't know. I was just comparing it ahead of time to Trial of Style, and I was figuring in Trial of Style, if you win, you get like a lot more currency, so you can grind your stuff a lot faster. And this one, well, maybe I'm just losing a lot. Maybe that's my trouble. Maybe that's what's going on. Do I see anything suspicious? Yes. The fruit sparkles. The sparkles on the bowl of fruit sometimes gets me. I sometimes think that it's flies. 3 people still hiding. I usually just look for people in places where I feel like I wanted to hide, which isn't really helpful because I suck at hiding, so. I don't know why anybody else would be using my dumb ideas. They're clearly not effective. The only one that was any good was the one that I ripped off from somebody else, which was hiding in that plant on the side. And I don't even check there anymore. People like hiding up there in that power-up sometimes. Unfortunately, I can't usually figure out, oh, hang on, like how to get up there. Maybe they were thinking that a sofa costs a lot more than a t-shirt. Nobody in there. So is it this button that you used to jump up there? I don't know how people jump up there. Oh, 30 seconds. They are up, or at least one of them is. Might just be up in like the jumping puzzle thing. I don't think I'm gonna get there. Yeah, I never get up here. I don't know how, and I'm not ready to find out. Oh, one of the 3 secrets. Oh well, I have the jump. I just suck at it. Like I'm just not good at it. Oh wait, you can win Trial of Style? Did I get any credit? I didn't. Oh no, I tagged one person, didn't I? I lost. I got my 30 coins, and that's it. That's fine. Alright. Okay. The queue was pretty fast. Seems like a lot of people playing on Saturday morning. Let's try again. Let's go back in. And this time when I'm hiding, I'm going to get the trap that I like. The one that sends all the decoys out. Smoke and mirrors. It's a good one. I have 156 coins, so as soon as I win or lose, I'll be able to buy the toy that I'm after. I'll be able to buy the animated bench. It's only a 5-minute cooldown. Seems like a good toy. Of these things, I feel like I like this shield. The null stuff is kind of whatever. Some of these blood elfy things are kind of cool. I like the red and gold shield. Not that I'm going to use it, but if Anthus needed a shield, I would do that. Okay. What are we doing first? Other things we're seeking first. Other things I was maybe thinking of doing today. I could try ritual sites again. I kind of abandoned them after the other day. Scott88, thank you very much for the 26-month resub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. First sub of the day. Holy moly. That's real nice of you. Yeah, I thought I could do ritual sites again. Certainly my warrior needs some gear. I could grind field accolades and then try to buy champion gear and hope that I hit slots that I need champion gear in. I could do more delves. I could try and get into a dungeon. Oh, got somebody. Alright, we're cruising then. I could try messing with my UI to see if I can get like with the default in-game stuff, see if I can get the correct, whatchamacallums, the trackers that I wanted to try in dungeons. I could do, oh, it's cake. This is the sneaky spot where sometimes people don't notice the flies if you just sit in that planter. I'm gonna go poke around in the bottom. Oh, sometimes I see the birds and I think that they're flies from a funny angle. And they're not. Void assaults or ritual sites good for leveling? I don't know. It's a good question. I haven't tried. I think that with anytime there's time walking, that's kind of the great thing for leveling. Gotcha. Although somebody else I think revealed them, or maybe they revealed themselves. I'm not sure about what happened there. Just an unattended person. I wonder if I heard something up top. I recall you didn't really enjoy doing them? Well, I never really got to the end. It's tough to really love it when you don't get to the point where they give you stuff and you figure out what it was all for. Ritual sites might be level 90 only. 54 seconds. Oh, I see. Gotcha. I'm just picking up everybody else's finds here. I suppose I have to find somebody of my own. I really like looking for people sneaking around, or like, I guess another thing that I could keep an eye out for is, I could keep an eye out for any objects porting or like switching, you know, like something appears where it wasn't before. That's not something I had really been, They went that way. They're gonna get away, I think. Oh, I got them! That's not something I've usually been watching for. I want the smoke and mirrors trap. There we go. I would love to be a cake. Oh, I would love to be a cake. Okay. Let's do that. What do you think about the new house exteriors in the shop? It doesn't matter to me. I'm not buying them. Anything that they choose to put in the shop is completely immaterial to me. The only thing that they could really upset me with is if they do another functional thing, like if they added like a brew store with like a bank on it or something. Then I'll be mad. But until then, they can sell any version of pixels that they want for whatever purpose they want. Don't care. Not for me. Not looking at it, not advertising it, not buying it. That's fine. Oh gosh. Okay. I've made like terrible mistakes. Or have I? Ho ho ho, that was a lucky. Oh, he's on me. He's on to me. No. No. Honestly, I think that the more people talk about the thing, like, yeah, most people are going to be kind of outraged about it. A few people are going to be like, oh, what thing in the shop? They're going to look at it and they're going to buy it, and then Blizzard's just going to do more of it. They're selling them because people are buying them. Yeah, it's advertising. For $75? I mean, yeah. Listen, if they didn't sell any, they wouldn't do it. Morning, Hazel. Do you remember how chat showed you Wordle all these years ago? And how many delightful hours and memories that made for you? I'll take your word for it. I remember playing Wordle. Where are you going with this? Why do I feel like you're going somewhere? I do remember them testing to see how far they can push it. I feel like maybe the Brutosaur was the Brutosaur was the most expensive cosmetic they ever sold, and they sold a lot of them. Play Wordle occasionally. Yeah. My version of WoW just involves not opening the shop tab anymore. The only time I ever hear about stuff is when you guys bring it up to me. If we all just had like a moratorium on mentioning the cash shop, which I don't know if that is good or bad for Blizzard, but if we never spoke about it, it would literally never affect me. Mom still plays Wordle every day with one of her friends. I had a good streak where I was doing Wordle and Connections and Spelling Bee every day, but I haven't been doing them lately. Oh, found another word game think you could enjoy quite a bit. All right, I'm all ears. Yeah, the Brutosaur does have value, which I think is why so many people like complained about it and then bought it. I complained about it and then bought it. Doesn't matter if it was with the WoW tokens or not. Like, and like I don't even regret buying it, to be honest. Oh, sneaky. I use the heck out of it. It is called Noun Sense. All right. Is it a New York Times thing or where is it from? Noun Sense. Daily word association game. Oh gosh. Oh, I might be bad at this. We can try it though. I do like a word game. All right, I'm gonna do this on screen, and I'm gonna just minimize chat for a minute, just in case there's spoilers or backseating or anything. I'm sure you guys won't do that, but just in case, I'm just gonna not look at chat for a hot second while I try this. All right, I'm sold. Only because I trust you, Jay. Daily word association game. Guess the most common noun that follows the adjective. Each day you get 10 adjectives, and your job is to guess the most common noun that follows them. 10 adjectives. Heavy, bright, fast, blue. Okay, I don't really get it, but maybe I'll get it when I play it. Oh, so you're guessing different nouns. You're not guessing nouns that follow all of them? Oh, this is a little bit like Family Feud or whatever. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking defeat. Maybe loss would have been good. Philosophical. Oh gosh, these are harder than I thought they were going to be. Well, the first word that comes to mind is quandary, but I think I'm overthinking it. I think the word philosophical is overthinking it. Philosophical. All right, I'm going with quandary, whatever. Analytic. Is that an adjective? Isn't analytic a noun? Analytical. Oh, I want to type AL, but that's not what we're going for here. Okay. Analytic. Let's go for mind. Innumerable. Wow, this is pretentious. Innumerable. Wow, we have to do 10 of these? Innumerable. I guess the most common noun that follows the adjective. I'm thinking like options or choices. And look, mine was fine. Let's go for options. Ooh, bad. Okay. Staple food. Oh, very good. Shrewd. I don't think this is a good idea, but I'm going for liar. Oh, terrible. Okay, shrewd. I guess we're going to back for mind 46. Lackluster. Appearance. Oh. We've gone downhill a lot. Lead actor. There we go. Everyday carry. Oh no. Oh, I don't. Are we almost done? This is a lot of nouns. You get 10, right? We're at 3, 6, 9. All right. Dominant archetype. Terrible. Dominant personality. Wow. 580 out of 1,000. Below average. Excellent. Reveal the top answers. Yeah, what was I supposed to say? Okay, loss would have been better. Same with news or story. Philosophical question would have been better than quandary. That makes sense. Analytic tool? Analytic capability? Sure, fine, yeah. Innumerable time? Innumerable way? Do I not know what innumerable means? I do not know what innumerable means, apparently. I thought it was a great quantity that cannot be numbered. More things than you can count. That's what I thought that meant. Staple food is fine. We got that one. Shrewd move. Sure, yeah. Lackluster performance would have been better than appearance. Lead actor is fine. Author would have been better. This game's really pretentious. Everyday life might have been better than carry. And then dominant force or dominant strain. Alright. It's my assessment is this game is for nerds. And also I'm not that good at it, which I think is why I'm being defensive. Okay, let's turn in our coins and I'll get chat back. Indubitably. Hoping the treehouse bundle sells poorly, they have to rethink the price point. Is that what people are mad about? They're happy that they've added a cash shop exterior. They just think it's too expensive. I don't want them to change the price. I want them to cut it out. But, like, I know that my opinion doesn't matter, so. Indubitably. Had a similar reaction to innumerable. Yeah. What would you answer to Independence Day? It just kind of comes up. I don't know if I've ever played Scrandle. Think of the shareholders. Listen, the shareholders can think of themselves. They're doing fine. They don't need me. 43 points for that answer. Oh, that's not so many points, is it? The issue, and I think this is probably an issue with Family Feud as well, with that game, is that I have no idea who they're polling. I guess the answer is, like, the amount of people that chose that answer is probably to do with the people playing the game, right? So your cross-section is going to be the number of people that have chosen to play, like, a presumably somewhat obscure new word game online. I think depending on who you're interviewing, you're going to get wildly different answers. Would have already bought it if it wasn't so much. Haven't done that much with my house. Can't justify spending that much. Yeah. I'm in queue, right? Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm torn between the, I think, good position of don't judge what other people do with their money and really wanting to judge what people are doing with their money. But we're not doing that. That's not a nice thing to do. That's not productive. It's not helpful. It's your money. You can do what you want with it. I'm sure I do things with my money that people wouldn't agree with. Don't think that's how it works. It's like a next token prediction kind of thing. Probably a lot of English majors. Searching text data from who, though? Like, what's the data pool? You know what I mean? If it's player 1 on a day would have a wild time. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Alright. Oh, they're hiding. I see. Gotta go clean up storage for a big influx in a couple of days. Scrandle. Oh, is Scrandle the one where you're rating, like arena food? How LLMs work? Alright, so what are the odds that game is just us training an LLM then? If you buy it for cash, the amount you get should not be finite. You should be able to get infinite copies. Do people not need their cash for like groceries? Everybody's living a different situation. I really need to not. I need to chill. I don't know, man. Why burn GPU time when you can train on noun sense? Oh dear. Never understood the concept. I have bought them before, so I can't say that I'm like, I would never, or I have never. Oh, got one. But a few years ago, something just changed. It was right around when Kira had her big health scare. And I can't even fathom it anymore. Something just snapped. It's like they're making pretend things to sell you that offer no, I mean, I guess if it brings you joy, it has value, but like it feels very much like fake value. It feels very much like this is the digital version of like snake oil. They're promising you're gonna have this cool thing and it's gonna, I don't know. I've never really enjoyed any of the cash shop stuff that I've bought that much. The Brutosaur for the utility, sure. But like, I don't know. I have plenty of cute like cash shop pets. I don't summon them. I don't even really think back on like, some of them were gifts and that's nice, but I don't know. There aren't even memories on them. It's just like, oh man, Blizzard managed to sell me a picture. They managed to sell the ability to look at a model. It's like one step removed from NFTs. Also, I'm doing terribly at this. Somebody's looking down there. Somebody creeping around over here? Somebody was kind of creeping around over here, I thought. The fun in housing is to build things. If I just buy things, the fun is gone. Yeah. I already have pixels I can only enjoy unless I sub. Yeah. And for me, a lot of the satisfaction I get out of the various things in the game is from, like, the sort of attention and effort that I put in to get them, which is not something that enters the equation when you're buying something. But I think I might be coming from too close-minded of a perspective. Maybe somebody got like a big promotion. They were so excited that they celebrated with this thing for their house, and that's like, that's what does it for them. And I shouldn't judge that. It's not that different from getting like jewelry or, I don't know, any number of other cosmetic things that people enjoy. Buy them with in-game gold via the token. Additionally, pay an active sub. I have the correct trap. I do have the correct trap. Sister got me Twilight with a Twilight plushie. It was a nice Christmas gift long ago. Favorite mount is a shot mount. Hogrus. 1, I'm a gnome. He's perfectly sized for a gnome. And 2, he is a joke because he's a flying pig. Baking a German puff pastry filled with apples and berries, and I'm so excited. Oh, nice. That sounds good. How do you go about puff pastry? Do you buy pre-made puff pastry, or are you actually like, are you doing a rough puff? I had a period in my life where I watched too much British Bake Off. They had lots of puff pastry drama. I should stop moving. Frozen puff pastry is goated. The one thing that I don't really hate them for too much is sub price increases, because we've had like 20 years of inflation, and they have nudged sub prices a bit in various currencies, but not nearly by as much, especially given the inflation that we've had lately. Did I get away with it? On a British Bake Off run right now. Nice. It's only a minute and a half, and I feel like I've been gaming my butt off. You're a sneaky lamp. Yeah, imagine if sub prices went up proportionately to inflation, I wouldn't be playing, right? Because they were, what, 15 bucks a month in... Were they 15 bucks a month in 2004 USD? Pretty sure. Inflation calculator. Costs. 15 in 2004. 2006? Alright, 2006. Would cost $23. Let's just round down. $23 in 2026. And then let me put that into Canadian dollars. I would be paying $31 a month Canadian if it had kept up with inflation and then it just a straight exchange rate. I'm sure I wouldn't have worked out exactly like that, but it would. That's tough. You know, like the sub price is the one thing I will cut them some slack on because they have not brought it up to par with inflation, which I appreciate. Yeah, don't give them ideas. I think if they doubled the sub price, they would lose people. And I think that if they put outrageous shop cosmetics on, they will probably make more and not lose as many people. Anyway, we got our coins. Let's see if we can buy the thing. Don't know if I would pay $23 a month at this point. Thinking 15 is about the max I'm willing to pay, given the game has been bringing less joy to me, mostly just social stuff. Yeah. Not subject to the effects of inflation. I mean, surely wages are, but I'm not smart enough with economy to be able to really like argue or like hold that conversation with any degree of accuracy. I would like to buy a bench. That's where my pay grade's at. There we go. Hopefully wages are subject to inflation. I guess that's not always a given. All right, animated bench. There we go. Summons a bench. Aren't these smaller expansions shrinkflation? I think it takes a lot to get people who want to play WoW to unsub from WoW. I think that they have a little bit of an upper hand there because people... And it's not that people don't quit. People quit every day. But people have so many years of investment and they have, like, enmeshed social lives built into the game. They have, you know... 15, 20 years worth of like cosmetic collecting, memories, identity. That's for somebody who's really into it, it's extremely hard to actually push somebody to the point where they're going to leave all that behind. People have so much investment. It's a big, I mean, it's sunk cost fallacy, but that doesn't mean it's not effective. Do I want to save and buy anything else? I think I'd like to do something different now. Oh, I need this. I need it. I got my Silver Moon Broom. I didn't have that before. I never went and looked up how to get it, and now I just found it. Wow, good for me. Wait, it's in my bag. That's right. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I only have 20 years on the game. Something I like about in-game shops is if your person plays the game and has a birthday, sometimes you can find something in the shop for them. Present choosing is hard. That's true. Present choosing is hard. Social life is a lot of it for me. The game has changed so much and slowly left what I originally loved out of it. Pretty rare pet. There is a different broom from Argent Tournament content. That is absolutely a thing. There is a enchanted broom. This is the Argent Tournament one. So it's a slightly different model. It's more of a flat sweeper. Is animated, does move around. This one's a little bit more Sorcerer's Apprentice. Very Sorcerer's Apprentice, actually. Giving Fantasia. More of a mop, really. Okay. Before I start crippling the identity of cleaning tools. What would I like to do next? My enchanting concentration is full. Let's make something that we can sell. Perhaps a Mark of the Magister? Or a Silver Moon's Alacrity? Perhaps a Mark of the Magister. That is int and mana. I don't know how many people are going to use that. Shaladrisil's Roots. Oh, I've never even made that one. Yeah, sure, let's make a Shaladrisil's Roots. Or 2. Let's do 2. And then just give me 40 of them. I'm going to use them for alchemy as well. Did you know they made a Sorcerer's Apprentice movie in 2009 with Nicolas Cage? I did not know. I don't even know that I've really seen the original. I just like I know what the box art of it looks like. I'm aware it's something Merlin-y. I don't know if I've ever actually sat down and watched it. Enchanting up here. The Nicolas Cage movie that holds the most power over me is Moonstruck, featuring Cher. Johnny has his hand. Johnny has his bride. Love it. Can't believe it took me this many years to see it. Aquarium fish update. Fish are doing good. Shrimp good. Lettuce good. She gave me a heart attack last night. I was up really late. I was having kind of a hard night. I went to check on her, and she was sleeping like under her heater, so I couldn't find her. And I'm like, oh my god, she's gone. Because I thought maybe she'd managed to jump out, or like one of the cats had done something. She was fine. She was just like napping. Gave me made my heart drop out of my tummy. And then Big Tank is doing good. Everyone's okay. My Epistogramma is kind of like stink-eyeing my Garami a bit in a way that's a bit surprising to me, because I felt like he would stick to his territory and the Garami would just kind of be bopping around the top of the tank. But every time the Garami bops a little too close, he gets mad. He doesn't even have like a girlfriend or anything. He's just alone and he's big mad. So I'm keeping an eye on them. I don't really know what my backup plan is. I don't particularly want another aquarium. I could try to find a store to take one of them, I suppose, if it became a big problem. I'm making that enchant. I was going to make some Shaladrisil's Roots to try to sell. This is the wrong board. We're doing it over here. I got my big aquarium stocked kind of exactly the same week that the kitten stuff happened. It just worked out that way. And I think it's been good for the aquarium because it means that I'm not fussing with it too much. I'm not freaking out over every tiny thing. I'm just kind of like letting it live. I'm feeding the fish. I'm doing a weekly water change, and that's it. And I think that's better for them. I, in the past, have been a little bit too neurotic and messed with it too much, which is not always a good thing with aquariums, especially when they're balancing. You got to kind of let them figure themselves out. So I am waiting and seeing. Let's do that. And then another one. What do I want to put my knowledge points into? I have 54 knowledge points. I could just do some disenchanting points, honestly. Like, especially if I'm not planning on, like, making too many other things. I think I might just do that for the moment, because I am definitely going to be disenchanting stuff. Any extra skill or, like, anything, really, that's going to get me into specifically epic disenchanting. So this is disenchanting formulas, increasing your chance of extracting. So that's just going to give you more essences, which are kind of worthless. But skill is probably going to give me the gold shards more often, so let's just do that. You think the best way to make money is? Like in real life? You mean like gold in the game? Yeah, man, if I knew, I would be richer. I think it involves having the motivation to actually do some of the gold making strategies and not just reading them and going, oh, that's neat, and then like moving on with your life. Gold, of course. Yeah. I've been doing raw gold by doing like weeklies, selling stuff from delves, doing concentration crafting. I'm not like trying very hard though. I'm basically just floating a little bit more than what I'm spending. There's lots of different ways to go about it. If there was one like big easy answer, then it wouldn't be effective because of the way the WoW market works. All of the most profitable stuff is going to be kind of niche and no one's going to tell you because that's their niche and they want to use it. Let's do a couple of those, yeah. Sure. I've just been selling my Selling my purple crystals. I guess I did use a few of them. I'm carrying around some gear that I feel like I might want to use, and I don't know. I can't remember what my secondaries are supposed to be, or like, am I gearing for... I guess I should gear more for dungeons. I don't know. Annoyed about it. Let's worry about something else. Let's do something different. Shall I do... Let's give a try to either... Oh, you know what? It's Saturday morning. If I was ever going to do a Void Assault, now might be the time to get it done. I haven't done one this week. I think my warrior could really use it. I tried to do one the other day, and it was taking forever, even in a big group. So I might try again. Hopefully it's a better one. Yeah, the best way in real life seems to be fraud. Yeah, have we considered theft? Follow-up scams. Yeah. Oh yeah, she sold some stuff. That's good. She is floating her own bills, which we appreciate about her. I have been buying enchants and consumables, so it's nice when I can sell enough things to make it worthwhile. Alright. Not ritual sites. Void assaults for now. Are they in Eversong Woods? Yes. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Void assault-wise. It's right in front, huh? Impending void incursion. Okay, so it's coming along. What graphics setting do you use? There are many settings. These ones are mine. I turn lots of stuff down because my situation might be a bit different from average because I am capping my frame rate at 60. I cap it at 60 because that's as much as I can stream in. I play natively at 3840 by 2160 because that's what my monitor is. And I turn a lot of stuff down because I'm streaming and running the game on the same graphics card, and I just want to have lots of overhead. So I have lots of things that I could run higher turned pretty low for the sake of just having good performance because I'm not too fussy about my graphics. I don't really need things to look that glam. They're awful. I've abandoned them, the Void Assault. I did like one, but I don't even think I did the incursion. I don't even know what that's... It's going to give you a field satchel. This is going to give me a ranger's cache. I see. Those are different things. I'd like to do at least one for the week, I think. This might be the last time I do it, though. This character does need gear. If I get a random piece of champion gear, there's a half-decent chance I need it. Yeah, she's got a handful of veteran stuff. She still has an adventure chest piece, which is brutal. Oh, it's over here now. Biggest problems I have are client-wide, like opening the transmog window, bugging out the graphics. Yeah, it's just bugs. That's just something Blizzard needs to fix. Oh, hey, there's... Oh, I shouldn't be stopping for ore. Not maxing out the graphical fidelity of this 20-plus-year-old cosmic fantasy game. Comic fantasy game. Oh, hey, rare. Wow. Would you look at that? They caught a pig. Wouldn't mind, especially if there's ever a situation where I'm kind of like AFKing waiting for something to happen, poking around in edit mode and trying to make a nice enrage tracker out of everything. That might be good. Big frog. When I bought my PC, I had obsolescence in mind. I doubt I'll need to buy one. No. This one's been trucking along for a couple of years now. I used to replace or upgrade my PC every like 4 or 5 years. I got this one in 2021, so we're about hitting that 5-year mark. It's good though, it's fine. The PC that I had before that I made in probably 2018, it's doing fine too. It's in my living room. I have it hooked up to my TV. Not a problem with that. I plan on using them until I absolutely can't anymore because I am cheap. Would like to save my money for other emergencies. The longer you wait, hopefully, maybe eventually things go back to normal in terms of memory prices. I don't know. I don't need a lot. I'm not trying the latest games. I'm not pushing the latest editing techniques. As long as my things work the way I need them to, I'm happy. I am no longer chasing the cutting edge. What are you doing with a full gaming PC in the living room? Running Hearthstone Battlegrounds mainly. And you know they still run like butts. They still run horrifically because Hearthstone Battlegrounds is like terribly optimized for everything. Like it just, that game just can't barely like keep itself together, but it's so fun that I play it anyway. May need to get a new GPU in the foreseeable future. Prices on a 5070 not as horrible as I thought it would be. Nice. I got freaked out by some stories about people paying a lot of money to get like the latest greatest GPU. I don't remember which one it was or how long ago this was, but some issue with like the new ones actually like, I don't know, being less reliable or melting down or damaging themselves in ways that like the older ones weren't. I am very much all about the devil I know right now in terms of that. Oh, you know what else I was running in the living room is Stardew Valley. That one's great. That works wonderfully. That runs like a charm. For me, I would never, not that anybody's considering doing this, but even if I could afford it, I wouldn't buy a top-of-the-line graphics card. I remember, oh man, when they were, did they release a graphics card called like Titans in like 2012 or 13 or something? There was like a whole thing and they were like $1,000+, which was like a lot of money back then. It's still a lot of money, but like it was extra a lot of money back then. And, oh, I remember people like were making YouTube videos about like building computers just with them or whatever, and then like seeing how they worked on whatever the latest game was that like pushed your graphics card, and it was all very big and exciting. And nowadays looking back on it, I'm kind of like, well, for what? I guess at the time video game graphics were still improving a lot rapidly in ways that I found desirable. And nowadays, I feel like they look as good as I'm ever going to need them to look. I don't need them to look any better. I'm not looking for photorealistic graphics or cinematics. I skip cinematics. I don't need that anymore. Picked up a 4070 when they were their cheapest. Don't see myself buying a new one for a long time. Oh, okay. So we got a field pouch. 8 accolades, a couple of crests, some marl. I'm on board with I'm on board with the stuff I just got. I'll do these until the incursion, and then hopefully I'll finish this quest as well and see how many things I get. I think I will use my field accolades to buy champion gear and not hero track gear, because you need so many of them to buy a piece of hero track gear, and if it hits a slot that I don't need it in, then 3090, 4090, 5090 replace Titans. Yeah. I think Titans were the last time that I was like super stoked about graphics cards. I remember when ray tracing came out and it was like, oh boy, ray trace shadows, and it was the Shadowlands beta or something, and I tried them and I went, wow, and then I was like, okay, that's it, and I turned them off and I haven't turned them back on since. They got accidentally turned on once or twice, and then I was like, oh no, we don't need that. Ray trace shadows. You misunderstand what I'm playing games for. It's not gonna make me do any more damage. It's not gonna help my parse or my gold or my collection numbers. We're all about the numbers. Spending all my currency in the void. Tier 2 appearances, need them all. I bought a few of them and then kind of like fell off of doing that because I can't stomach spending that much marl. I spend all my marl. I need marl for mounts on the rep vendors and stuff still. I'm just now getting all of the reputations finished. Or like to 19 where the final mount is, kind of. I still haven't bought like this thing. There's a bird or something. Amani wind collar, because like I'm out, man. And knowing how it's RNG, one of my warlocks had to start with. Yeah, ensembles would have been a nicer way to do it, but when are you gonna do it? At least you can't get dupes. Moral money, moral problems. I got big moral problems. See how long it takes to actually do the whole big void assault incursion thing. How much we get for it. I don't know. I think it might be compared to how much you get guaranteed champion loot when you do a delve, like a bountiful delve. I still have more keys, I'm pretty sure. I'm sitting on another 6 coffer keys. I could do more. Also, I would like to do this rare. What if it drops me a mount? 1 mount, please. Not for NES graphics, if it was an option to get the absolute minimal latency. If you have all the shoulder items, I don't know if it disappears from the vendor, but I think when you mouse over it, it'll tell you that there's nothing else you can earn from it. And even if you accidentally bought it, I think you'd be able to refund it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I've gotten to that point, but I feel like I saw a mouse over thing being like, you've earned all appearances you could from this item. It may have even turned red. I think they make it pretty clear. I did not get a mount from that rare. Need to level the rest of my ult so I can start farming more stuff, but leveling, ooh. I would wait for time walking, in my opinion. I have not got a single mount from zone rares. Not a one. Nothing. My strategy of just kind of killing them when I see them when I'm not doing Nightmare Prey is so far not yielding me great bounty. Time walking dungeons, crazy XP. Yeah. Unless there's gonna be turbulent timeways in, well, in 1207. I'll have to pick a character to do the thing where they just do one every week. Hopefully that still works. If they ever break that and they make me do 5 a week, I'm gonna be mad. Or disappointed or something. How many pets have you gotten from Delves? How do I see? I feel like not many. I get this one a lot. I get Treha Sokka often. I've been deleting that one. I do not have these 6, so those haven't dropped for me yet. I haven't done the achieves for 11s in every type yet, although I wonder if I'm working on it. Tier 11 lives remaining. Oh, I haven't done a Gulf of Memory or Darkway 11 yet. Damage dealer. Gulf of Memory, Darkway, and then Crypts. Oh, things I can work on. What's up today? Sunkiller, Grudge Pit. Gulf of Memory was yesterday. I just didn't do it. Shadow Enclave and a Talamon. Okay. Well, those won't help me with that achievement, but that's alright. Oh, where did that thing go to? Tempted to just do the Gold World quest, but that's not what we're up to, is it? Are we waiting for another one to spawn? Where is it? Oh, I saw it. There it is. Custom Prey Hunt is once per week per character. Each of your level 90 alts, should you have any, is able to choose and set up and execute their own custom hunt. But yeah, once per week per character. Surprising. I thought it would be spammable. However, having alts helps if you're trying to like work through just different options for your achievements. I was lucky that by the time I got there, I only needed one for the meta, anyways, for the Prey Seeker meta. Praying for midnight. I do need more for the Nightmare mode mount. There's a mount you get for doing each prey target on Nightmare mode, and I'm missing a good handful for that. But we'll get it over time. I've enjoyed Prey. I like it a lot. Dominar defeated. How do I defeat them? They have a big shield. Protected while nearby allies. Oh, I see. Reading comes through again. 3 Nightmare achievements I want done. Need the targets in that mode. Yeah. Yeah, alts helps. Definitely, and you're doing this already, but check all of the targets that are up for a week by default to see if there's any overlap between the things you need and the things that just happen to be up. Those seem like the same for each character, though. Those seem like a weekly rotation. Or, I don't know if it's rotating, but... Done all 4 each week, yeah. Speaking of, I guess if I really wanted to progress that, I should take my hunter. I should do another custom hunt. I should pick a target for Nightmare mode. Expansion features. Prey. I need quite a few. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 or so? So it wouldn't... Maybe I don't know. It wouldn't hurt me to pick another one that I don't have yet and just do it, but like... They may just come up anyway. One time my grandpa was giving me directions in the car. I confirmed what he was saying and said, yes, it's on the sign, and he sarcastically said, oh, you're one of those people. Sign readers. Pastry's cooling, so excited. I'm jealous. Does it smell good? Got the last Nightmare trophy yesterday. Made me happy. Nice. Have you guys been using them in your houses at all? I want to collect all the busts, but I have like no plans of putting them anywhere. Maybe I'll make like a trophy shelf somewhere. That might be a good thing to stick in my living room, is I could do a big shelf and I could literally put the trophies on it. Smells so good. Dog sniffing near the stove. Getting big ideas over there. Make a hallway, line it with them. Yeah. Or you could just like hide them places like looking at you. I would be more likely, I think, to display my raid trophies. Like, we got, oh, hang on. Having a moment. These things. Like, this thing for Heroic Midnight Falls. I'm so proud of that. That thing was sick. That was hard. We only just got this recently. That, I feel like, is something... These guys are worthy of display for me. I'm proud of those, and I would like to put them up. The prey bus, not so much. All right, here we go. A couple more of these. Appreciate that I'm getting crests and marl. That's good. Yeah, I have lots of extras. Yeah, a few, not a ton. What about marl? Yeah, marl's coming along. Could probably buy a mount. They don't want 10,000 marl for a mount, do they? Surely not. $8,000. All right, well that's how much I have. So if I want that mount, I can get it, but that's what we have, and then we won't have any more. Got OTC March. Congrats. Thank you. I think it was just a good confluence of we had done a lot of progression. And we had one raid night where it just happened to be like a good raid comp. Because our raid comp will kind of shift night to night depending on who is available. Sometimes like we don't have like 100% matching attendance every night. And it just happened that we had like the right amount of like healers and DPS and everything. And we were able to make the 2 crystal strat work. I think we may have to reprogress it a bit when it comes to doing it the normal way where you have like more crystals to babysit. Wish there was another way to efficiently get fused vitality. Yeah, they added a couple of nice things in 1205. You can get 3 of them from the Abyss Anglers. Any of your characters can get three of them from Abyss Anglers for pearls. And then you can get them from your weekly quests as well. So that is something. But yeah, the bulk of them would still be coming from Abundance. I haven't been doing it. I don't think I'm getting Epic Profession equipment. I think I've just given up on it. I started spending my Abundance currency on cosmetics. 5k marl for 10 of those dumb sphere things we used during the Voidstorm weekly, and I wish it was the other way around. I haven't been using those at all. I didn't even do the Voidstorm weekly this week. I should. I need a bit of rep. Amy, thank you very much for the 37-month resub. Whoops. Prime time. Cheers. Thank you very, very much. Got an epic fishing pole because that's the best profession. Mounts from the treasure chests. I don't think so. Mounts from the rares in the zones for sure. Read someone's breakdown of what it's going to take to get all 9 epic tier profession tools. Includes cooking and fishing. Take into consideration the vitality week you get. Need to run abundance 160 times. Yeah. That would be for a very specific kind of player, I think. I'm hoping that most people don't feel the need to do that. Some people will, and they'll do it. I wonder how many people it is, though. You do get some extra secondaries. You don't get any extra skill. They are an upgrade, the epic professions, but they're not a massive upgrade. It's kind of like a last mile optimization thing. I will do it. I've fallen behind on my shards because they cap weekly. Or because they cap in general, and they also cap weekly. If you don't use them, you can't even keep saving them up to use them later. Which seems kind of punishing, but whatever. Anyway, I burned a bunch because of that cap. I found that cap has prevented me from stacking up as many, because I don't keep up with them. Weird when it was easy last pack, so you feel like you should get it. Yeah. Get at least an epic tool for each toon's profession. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing enough crafting to justify it. I am making some gold from crafting, and specifically concentration crafting. And I'm sure having a bit more secondaries would make that a bit more profitable, but I wonder if it would be even worth the cost of the mats that it would take me to make the epic tool. On top of the fused vitality or whatever. I'm not sure. Haven't even been doing abundance. Sometimes I forget it's a thing. I try to do at least one for the weekly Amani rep, although now that I'm maximum right now with the Amani tribe, I guess I can cut that out. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. I need more Harati rep for sure. I think I should just pick Harati for any time that they give me like a choose your rep bonus. Like the dungeon weekly. I should just pick Haranir because that's the one that's going to be finished last. Alright, that's something. A little bit more gold, a little bit more accolades. This is up to 81%. One more of these and I'll have the Void Assault weekly done. Kind of wouldn't hate getting this world quest done for 1,000 gold, but that's not why I'm here. It's not what I came for. We're going this way. I rushed epic alchemy tools and it still didn't make flask crafting profitable without concentration, so I'm over it. Yeah. My rogues started getting the majestic materials to drop this week. Have plenty of fins and hides. Claws are eluding me. Good gold making? Oh, are we battling at the top of this thing? What in tarnation? Clear the skies. Oh, okay. Presumably with my bumblebee. This just makes me miss dragon races. I liked those and I want them back. I complained when they went from being 500 gold to 150 gold per. And then they took them away altogether. I mean, they didn't take them away. You can still go do them, but I liked having them as a world quest option. I loved those. Yeah, they were fun. I feel like it would be a huge boost to me if they just moved back to the I'm disconnecting. Oh no, we're fine. BFA emissary model, where you just do 4 world quests in a given zone to get your bonus, and forget the special assignment thing, and then just add like dragon races and maybe a few puzzle world quests back. Would love that. Would love it. Throw in pet battle world quests and we're having a party. They aren't anymore? Dragon races? There's no new dragon race world quests in Midnight. The old ones in previous expansions still exist, but they didn't do dragon races. They did not do pet battles. They did do a couple cataloging. There's a few cataloging ones. Yeah, ley lines. The Bejeweled one from Najatar is the one that I miss the most. I love that one. Even when it was confusing and I didn't really know what they wanted me to do, I still got a kick out of it. Ley lines are fine. Tortolan matching game was kind of fun. Calligraphy can bite me, but it's fine. Closest new dragon race we got was the mail delivery race in the housing area. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind a world quest that's just like go here, kill things, fill a bar, but I also like having the puzzle ones as an option too. Turtle made it to the water. Please, no. There's a leyline one in Voidstorm that's ridiculous. Sometimes I think I'm hitting these things that I'm not meant to be hitting, and I'm not quite sure if any of these are obstacles or if all of these are things that I'm meant to be smacking. I wonder if I'm supposed to avoid the void orbs. Enough turtles. I mean, if you want, you can go to Abyss Anglers and you can shoot them. You want to spear a turtle a bunch of times until it's dead? Get out a little bit of latent Tortolan Seeker's rage? Have I got the mini game for you? Why to just collect and kill things? Yeah. Hitchcock, thank you very, very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. I felt so bad when they were like, here, spearfish this sea turtle. It'll take a few hits. Don't worry about it. I did one for the activity and then for the achievement, and then like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This sea turtle was probably older than me. The leyline one made me irritable, but I have my family stubbornness, so I had to finish it. Nothing will ever make me as cranky as that Puzzle World quest from... Or not World Quest. It was like a treasure or something. Maybe it was a World Quest. It was a puzzle one from Zareth Mortis. And I, like, hated it so much that I've blocked out how it even worked because I was allergic to that one. The way my brain is set up was fundamentally incompatible with the way the logic of that puzzle worked. It just wasn't happening. Oh, I got an achievement. Void Smasher. Wow, would you look at that? Some more accolades. I can turn in the Void Assaults weekly. I would love the incursion for the Field Satchel. That would be great. I guess what I could do is I could just kind of do World Quest while I wait for it. 86. I don't know how quickly it's going to come through. I guess you can keep grinding field pouches if you want to. The one with the shapes? Matching forms? I don't remember at all. I've completely blocked it out. I could, if I really wanted to, I guess, go back and try and find it. I just made my Pokepoke smash it. Pokepoke did all my Zareth Mortis puzzles for me. Because there was a few different types. Some of them weren't too bad. Some of them weren't too bad, but one of them just made me feel so stupid. On or off the plus symbol of squares? That one I feel like was okay. I'm alright with that one. Once I understood how it worked and what I was attempting to do, which did take me a minute, but once I got caught up with how that one worked, that one I feel like was kind of sort of okay. I feel like there was a different one, but I've maybe blocked it all out. Now I'm kind of tempted to go back just to find it for the sake of discussion. What was it that enraged me so much? What if I can do it now? What if I've leveled up in the intervening years since Shadowlands ended? Maybe I got smarter. I have doubts, but anything's possible, right? You probably couldn't. I don't even remember what it was, apparently. Missed the Bejeweled style puzzles. Oh, those are my favorite. Somewhere inside of me there is a middle-aged woman who just wants to play Bejeweled on her phone. I've never had Bejeweled on my phone, and clearly I shouldn't because I don't think I'd have any self-control with it. Need a world quest that's Laura's memory game so people stop failing it. I do the thing in my head during the fight just to kind of like, because my raid will do it and they'll call it out. I was calling it out the first week and then I asked to be relieved of that duty because it was making me crazy and I wasn't healing as well because of it. But I still, at least for my own sake, I do it myself during the thing just so I can kind of double check for my own sanity in case somebody misspeaks or like just so I understand where I'm supposed to be. But the problem I've encountered when I'm doing the memory game, I can memorize the sequence and hold on to that for a few seconds. But I have a hard time letting it go once it's over. Like once I'm either not picked for the mechanic or the mechanic is done, I will find myself still repeating the sequence of shapes in my head and holding on to it. And I have to really remind myself, you don't need that anymore. Because in a few more seconds, there's going to be another one. And then that's going to be still in your head clogging it up. Like I have a hard time clearing the memory. I'll still be repeating like my little shorthand for the shapes and I can't stop doing it. It's kind of annoying. 89%. Maybe 1,000 gold over here. Got to admit, I love the separate the line puzzles. I like them fine. I think they're too easy. I find those too, not to brag. I'm so smart. No, I find those a bit too easy. There's no, you certainly can't fail them. I've never been unable to complete one. Tried installing whatever version of Bejeweled is current on my phone. Advertising monetization was so obnoxious, deleted it after 2 minutes. Yeah. I think that's why I don't do mobile games at all. It's because there are mobile games that run on a model that is not either microtransactions or advertisements, but they are few and far between, and that's the only way that I'm really going to play a game at this point. I would rather, even for a mobile game, I would rather pay an upfront price for something that I know is working and complete and free of both advertising and microtransactions and mechanics like your daily, your daily login bonus and all that. Like, I don't want any of that in my game, and that's all mobile games are. So it's just the whole category is a non-starter for me because they're all built like that, and that's just the culture. And I hate it. Haven't gotten the insane one in Voidstorm yet. The lines overlap, impossible to tell which way to move them. Yeah, maybe not. Puff pastry review. 7 out of 10. Good flavor. Tiny bit overbaked. Not too sweet, not too tart. Good blend of spice. Bake like 10 degrees cooler. Serve it with vanilla ice cream. Oh, that sounds good. Give me something to drop a few dollars on that I can play without ads and offline. Yeah. When I was in my kick of doing incremental games, idle incremental games, kind of like the cookie clicker style thing, but there's a few different versions of it. I got into one that was something to do with paper clips. And I think that game was that sort of thing where you pay a couple dollars to buy the game on the phone, and then I don't believe there were advertisements or cash shop, I don't think. I might be mistaken, it was a little bit ago. But I remember enjoying that one because it had kind of a cool storyline that you uncover through your incremental gameplay, because it had an actual end, and because it actually took some strategy. A lot of clicker games are just kind of like make number go up. There's no wrong way to do it. There's just more or less efficient. But in this one, at certain late stages of the game, if you were doing it incorrectly, you would in fact be losing the intergalactic paperclip manufacturing space battle, and you would need to like try to dig yourself out of the hole that you had made because your things aren't reproducing fast enough. It was actually quite an interesting game. I wasn't real good at it. I was okay. I had to look up some strategy to get through to the end part. Only mobile game I liked is Monument Valley, but now it's on Steam. New one called Asbury Pines. Pretty cool stories you progress too. Clicker games are dangerous for me because I can't regulate myself when I'm playing them. It sounds funny to be like, oh, I'm too addicted to Cookie Clicker, but I genuinely get way too addicted to games like that. I can't turn it off very effectively, and it's usually safer for me to just not play them. They just short circuit my brain's reward circuitry. It's just not good. Ends up instilling a little bit of anhedonia and making everything else kind of pale and in comparison. Then I get a bit depressed, and it's not worth it. It's not fun anymore at that point. It's just rewiring your brain for someone else's purposes. I'm just kind of poking around, not helping with void incursions until the big one happens. Trying to get Gold World quest done, I suppose. What was the name of the paperclip one? Paperclip incremental game. It was called Universal Paperclips. Oh, you can play it in a web browser as well. It looks like for free. There is a mobile version. I think that's what I bought, but you can play it on web browser if you want. Universal Paperclips. Never heard of any of these. Looked up the Zareth Mortis puzzles. Completely forgot there were 5 different types of puzzles. Oh, that's a good idea. I should just Google it. Zareth Mortis puzzles. Images. Oh, you're right. It was the geometry one, I think. Here, let me finish this poll, and then I can pull up this Wowhead page. We can reminisce together. Okay. So, these were the types of puzzle boxes. This is from 2021. Holy moly. This one was fine. It was the flipping, I mean, it was a little bit annoying, but it was flipping things like one, you would click on a thing and it would reverse things one color or another, and you were meant to try to turn off all the squares. Limited number of moves available. These were hard puzzles. This was the last time that I felt like they respected our intelligence, but also maybe they shouldn't have done. Yeah, same thing. Turn off all the squares in the puzzle. We've had these before. They have a similar one of these somewhere else. Those are fine. This thing drove me nuts because I felt like I should understand it, and I feel like I didn't. No, I didn't figure this one out. There's 9 runes, and they each have 4 characteristics. Shape, number of shapes, border shape, number of border shapes. You had to pair them into groups of 3 that had a characteristic that matches between all 3 of them, or no matches. And I think maybe that was the one that I struggled with. Either something needs to match or nothing matches. Because there are so many different characteristics going on. This was fine. This was just Bejeweled. This was fine. That was just lines. It must have been this one that broke me. Because now reading it, I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun, but I feel like I remember doing it and feeling like I should get it, and then just, like, not getting it. Yeah, it was that one for sure. The other one was also a little bit annoying. The big one, the Kentaric Protolock with, this thing also sucked. Like, I understood how that one worked, and you were, like, clicking, like, these guys, like, here, that kind of thing. I understood this one, but also, like, with only 7 moves to make, there was some kind of a strat that made it easier, but I feel like I also maybe made my Poke bust that one. How are we doing here? 96%. Okay. Love those kind of puzzles. I used to get so salty and tilted. And nowadays we can barely count to 5 shapes within an add-on. Although to be fair, doing it while you're raiding is quite a lot. Heroic Lura Memory Game is a bit of a project. Heroic Lura Memory Game, or any Lura Memory Game, would be way easier if you took either diamond or triangle, threw them in the garbage, and did some other shape that was wildly different. Diamond and triangle are too close. The first syllable rhymes. They both have, like, little pointy bits. And I think that maybe the information for them is stored in adjacent shelves in your brain. Yeah, a heart would have been great. A heart would have been much better. I think that diamond and triangle specifically is the point that makes that a bit too hard sometimes. Started calling triangle V and it helped a ton. Yeah, that's smart. I started, and my way is really stupid. In my head, because this is kind of too embarrassing to do around other people, I tried explaining it once and then I was like, no, I sound insane. Because diamond was pointy on top and triangle was flat on top, in my head, I made diamond high-pitched and I made triangle low-pitched. So triangle was triangle and then diamond was diamond. And I would say them like that in my head to kind of help differentiate them. And then if it was a diamond triangle or a triangle diamond, I would have that vertical, I would either have diamond triangle or triangle diamond. And I would like have the song of it in my head because that was the only way I could tell them apart. Otherwise they would just get mushed into the same shape. I needed to have some other characteristic and that's how I handled it, but it's stupid. And it makes me sound crazy. Makes sense. Thank you. I sound like a deranged Muppet when I'm doing it, but I swear it works. V is smarter though. I think V makes way more sense. Although doesn't the diamond also have a V at the bottom? That might mess me up. Tonal language. The funny thing is that each one, if you have sound on, actually genuinely does have a tone. And when she's doing it, she's playing the song, but I don't know if maybe somebody with perfect pitch would do it based on the actual tone in the game sound. There's too many of them for that to work for me. They genuinely do have an actual sound associated with them, but I'm not that good. All right, got my gold world quest done. This is nearly ready. I wonder if it happens like right at the city there. Probably. I'm 252 in this character. That's pretty exciting. I hope I get a good upgrade today. I would love to get a chest piece. A little sad we don't have more clips in this channel. So much history lost. You gotta start clipping stuff. You can clip whatever you like. I barely remember to save highlights myself. I struggle with that too. We don't have a very clippable culture. Need a raid boss that makes us identify a prime number. I am not a big enough nerd for that. I cannot deal with that. I was watching, maybe it was The Traders. There was some show, some reality show that did a puzzle that made people identify like how many numbers were divisible by 7 or whatever within like a lot of numbers. And somebody was just kind of going through this doing it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not as smart as I think I am. I would nope out of that so fast. I could do it if you gave me a pen and a paper and 2 hours. As soon as we're talking about prime numbers, I am big gone. That is not where my expertise lies. Gil is doing its first Voidspire. Thank you for the guide. Oh, good luck in Voidspire. Thanks for watching them. May the loot gods be with you. We have a clip of you locking your future husband under the stairs. Oh man. You should. I hope there's a clip somewhere of me just losing my mind over trying to figure out how to make my chimney work in Valheim. That's kind of like a core gaming memory for me, is when I was trying to make my very first house in Valheim on stream. And my house was filling up with smoke, and everybody's like, make a or put a chimney on it, and I'm like looking at like 2 boards and a beam being like, what chimney? You just want me to go to the chimney store? I'm in the woods, man. It didn't occur to me at that time that the game would let me craft my own chimney and then deem it functional or otherwise. That was just so foreign to me that I didn't consider that as a possibility. Clip when the phone rang. It was Moose's rescue saying you could have him. I love that must be somewhere. I don't remember if I have it though. There must be. Most of the VODs these days make it in full onto YouTube, so it would technically be possible to go back and find things after the fact. But, you know, good luck digging through 3 hours a day worth of footage. Speaking of pets, the gremlins are free, but they haven't come to see me today. I wonder if they're bothering Flabby, or if they're just napping somewhere. I won't wake them up. I think this is my first time doing an actual incursion. I think previously I did like a void assault. I don't think I ever did this when you're actually defending the gates. I can't believe that was years ago already. Moose is gonna be 3, like, any day now. His 3rd birthday is coming up in a couple weeks. I mean, 2 weeks. It's gonna be Moose's 3rd birthday. I was asking him how he feels about not being the baby anymore, because for 3 years Moose was the baby. And he's still my baby, and he's always gonna be my baby, but like, he's definitely not the youngest animal in the house anymore. And we were joking with him that he's Unc now. He's Uncle Moose. He just follows those kittens around and gets worried if they're playing too rough for Moose's tastes. And then he wears himself out. He gets so tired because he just follows them around and babysits them all day until he can't do it anymore. And then you just see him kind of like walk off to his bed and just collapse, like exhausted, and sleep like the dead. I think he's doing more parenting than me. Dogs are forever baby. He's my big baby. Oh, he's such a good boy. He deserves a nice treat on a nice walk or a hike or something. Weather's getting nicer. Oh. Hi, Tuna. I just see oh, hi, you coming over here? I just hear a little and then you look over. He makes little pterodactyl sounds, and you just see this like tiny little kitten just like, hey! What the frick is up, living room? Are you coming in here? Are you just gonna step on my power bar and take me offline again? I've changed nothing from yesterday, so we are equally at risk. I thought he was coming in here. Maybe you got sidetracked. You up from your nap? You gotta put like a safety plastic box. Honestly, yeah, like both, because there's 2 power bars. Oh, hello! Hi, let me help. Oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, did you miss me? I missed you. I missed you. Are you gonna be so crazy? Are you gonna be so crazy? Hi. Oh, come here for a second. You have to pay the cuddle tax. Mwah. He's like, no, I'm gonna pay the mischief tax. Alright, well, if the stream goes offline, then you know why. Oh, hi, Tiki. Yeah, your brother's in here. You can't drink my coffee. It's gone anyway. Hi, your brother's in here. You're looking full. Did you have a snack? Oh, you're getting so big. Oh, you're getting so big. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so handsome. What's going on? We're defending Still Whisper. Let's go this way. Are you guys gonna wrestle on my desk? Because that could cause problems. Hi. Hi. If you guys want to roughhouse, you have to do it on the floor. Ideally in the living room, but we'll work on that. Just in time for kitten views. Oh no, we're typing. We're typing. Hi. Little baby. Little baby. There he is. There's the focus that we're all looking for. Isn't he pretty? Isn't he handsome? He's got real pretty eyes. He's got big green eyes. And I know it's going to sound idiotic, but this one, Mr. Tiki, he has cat eyes. He has the most kitty cat eyes I've ever seen on a cat. Let me make sure I'm back in right around there. Oh, are you guys going to sit on my desk? Oh, that's nice. Oh, are you guys going to cuddle on my desk? I'm going to die. Oh my god, you're so cute. You can't sleep on my keyboard, honey. It's not gonna... Okay, you can sleep on the edge of it. That's fine. Okay. Tuna's watching my monitor. He's like, wait, what? There's stuff going on up there. He's such a sweet smile. They're both so sweet. In my mind, I've kind of characterized Tiki as being the cuddle bug and then Tuna's the crazy one. And that is accurate, but... Tuna also likes to cuddle. You can't write that up. Just because Tiki is a major cuddle bug doesn't mean Tuna doesn't like to cuddle. Tuna was sleeping on his dad's neck while we were watching TV the other night. A lot of work, but couldn't you just die with happiness? Oh, the kittens? Oh, yeah. I could. I love them. They've had some issues, so we've been working with the vet trying to help them in their tummies. And they've been a lot of work because while we're trying to help them with their tummies and like figure out what's going on and like kind of treat it, there's like a lot of cleaning to make sure that they're not reinfecting themselves with whatever is going on. It's been a lot of like bringing fecal samples to the vet and bringing the cats to the vet and trying the special food and getting the probiotics and like, oh, I had my they're on my monitor. I had my laptop set up in the bathroom with my webcam trained on their litter box like a creep so I could record it so I could figure out who was doing which poop so that we could, because they both have some issues we're working on. And they're doing a little bit better. They're definitely doing a little bit better, but we're still doing like tons of laundry and cleaning to make sure everything's all good. So it's like kittens are a lot and it's like an extra lot, but like how could you not? They're both looking at my monitor. I don't really mind what's going on with them. I will figure out a way to pay for it. I will love them anyway. Those are my babies. Oh my god, they're so fun. Laptop cam is a smart idea. I call it the Poop Cam 5000. It works great until nighttime comes. I don't really want to leave a light on overnight for them because I want them to actually get some sleep. Hi. Had some Giardia kittens. Yeah. We're working through a couple of different dewormers now to make sure. And the problem is like, just because they had one thing doesn't mean they don't have other things. So they could have hookworms and roundworms and coccidia. Like I know way too much about internal cat parasites now. That's where I'm at in my life. But the vets are on it. We're on it. They're doing much better. Tiki in particular is looking way better. He had a big parasite load when we got him, I'm pretty sure. Poor guy was just a big belly full of worms that were fighting him for his food. And we're gonna keep at it. It will not always be this hard. Both a cat mom and a veterinary student understand it's a team job. Yeah. The problem is like I thought and whenever you're looking online, they're like, yeah, just get like fecal tests done. And we've been doing that in the vet office. And one of the things that they said is they can send it out to a lab to do like a better like panel, a diarrhea panel, but they have to ship it across the country. And it's like $500-600 like per cat, and they might not even like they might get false negatives. It's cheaper to just treat them for everything and hope that you got it. It's crazy. I like we'll do it if it comes to it, but like, good lord, I just want to I just want to help them with their tummies. Holy moly, how do people afford to actually like run shelters and rescue cats when there's this many things going on in them? All right. Don't hit my monitors, baby. I can't afford to replace them. Oh yeah, lots of laundry. Lots of mopping. The good news is that we're both home all the time, so I can clean the boxes pretty much as the moment anything happens. PCRs are the best. It's so hard sometimes to have access. Precisely like that, treating everything. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the good thing, was that it doesn't seem like a lot of this stuff is super harmful to treat prophylactically, so you can just kind of cover everything and keep an eye on them and see how they do, and then just keep everything really clean, because just in case. But yeah, it's going good. I never thought I would be like keeping an eye on them to the point that I'm like catching when they're using the box and then like literally wiping their butts after, but that's where we're at, and it's not that bad. And one day we'll be past this and everything will be doing much better. But they're both putting on weight, and they're staying hydrated, and they're growing, and they're active, and they're hungry, and they're happy, so I think we're doing okay. You just explained exactly what I'm going through lately. It's just mine aren't kittens. It's stressful. I don't know if you've experienced any of this. You might have. I'm somebody that tends to be prone to anxiety, and I'm extra prone whenever it's something to do with my pets, because like I can kind of write off whatever about my own health, which I shouldn't, but I can. But when it comes to my animals, because they're my responsibility, I kind of turn into that like paranoid WebMD mom, because I really want them to be okay. I don't want to ignore anything important. And when it comes to parasites in particular, it's really easy to get like extra grossed out, but also like paranoid about them. Like I remember, especially when it's something that you could get reinfected from the environment. I remember I had a period in my life where I was really stressed, and I got it into my head that I had bed bugs. I didn't. I had a stress rash, which is different. But it's that same kind of thing of like, it's not good for me. I'm not dealing with it very well. I'm doing fine. We're doing our best, but it is hard. First time we brought our dog to a boarding kennel, he got coccidia, giardia, and roundworms. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. It's awful. Yeah, they don't even have the currency to just have one. Oh, baby boy. Tuna's pressing buttons on the video mixer. We'll see if he figures out how to turn it off. Super paranoid, constantly watching litter box, wiping butts. Yep. We're doing it because we love them, and we're doing our best. It's gratifying whenever they're doing good, though. And I love them. And it's making me keep my house and room and bedding and everything like giga clean. I used to be kind of like a should wash the sheets every week person. Would kind of do it maybe every other week when I remember. And nowadays we're washing stuff all the time. It's getting hot water washed. It is hotel in here. Hope you get to that part soon. Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh, babies. I still want them. There is a world where, I mean, there isn't a world, but like there could have been a world where I decided not to adopt them because of all of this. I think maybe somebody else would have perhaps rationally been like, this is a lot for a new pet that is supposed to have been healthy already. But stuff happens, and I just want to help them, and I love them. And they're gonna be okay. I had to give Tuna's foot a bath, like a really, really soapy wet bath, because he had stepped in his own diarrhea. And he was a good sport about it. But it was funny, I got the foot super wet and super soapy, and then I was like trying to dry it off, and it was just, the poor thing looked like a wet rabbit foot. And he was just walking around with like this scraggly, like it just, I couldn't make it look very nice after, which is fine. Did you reset your camera? Yeah, they're both kind of sitting on my video mixer. So it's possible that they turn off the camera, and then I have to remember which button turns it back on. Some people adapted baby diapers for cats. Kittens too squirmy tiny for that. You know. Maybe. Hi, sweetie. Hi. How are you? You guys are both doing oh so soft. I know Tiki's doing better because his fur is getting so much better, and because he's putting on weight like he should be. And his eye cleared up too, which is good. He had an eye infection, and the eye drops cleared that right up, so I'm so happy for him. Hi, buddy! As much as it, like, sucks to blow money at the vet, there is no place I would rather blow money than the vet. It's, like, kind of a really satisfying thing to be like, yeah, let's just get them what they need. Let's just, you know, load me up, check me out. There's sometimes in life I like feel some guilt about a purchase, being like, I'm not sure if this is worth it. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this. Oh, careful, guys. I know I'm never gonna regret a vet bill. Hi, excuse you. Excuse you. What are you doing? Can you teach me to feel the same way every time I go to the dentist? That's funny. I also feel that way at the dentist. I never regret blowing money at the dentist. It always feels like an investment. Like, any money I spend on anything is saving it from being more painful and more expensive later if I don't do it. I probably shouldn't smoosh them as much as I do, but we're keeping them pretty clean. You hear him purr. Where you going? Your tail's so long. You're gonna be a nice big cat. You're getting so big already. I swear he's put on like a half a kilo. Baby, right? Look at how much bigger he's gotten. I think he's doubled in size in a week and a half, I swear. The mini black bear. A little bit, yeah. I'm wondering if he's trying to leap off my shoulder. Are you gonna jump? This is Tiki. Hi, baby. Where are you going? What do you want? You want to just sit there? I love him. This one can eat forever. Sam Squatch, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Wait, so he wants to do that at full size, right? Oh, I think he's probably gonna. And we're just gonna have to make it work. Ew. Cat after my own heart. Who just wants to be held like a baby? His brother's just sitting on the desk watching him. Herky Jerky Perky, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Never met a void baby who didn't have a healthy appetite. It helps me stress less about his health because he is crushing his food, he's putting on weight, and he's drinking lots of water. So that's good. The last thing you need is a kidney stone right now. Ugh. Healthy lungs, yeah. The other kitty, Tuna, my white kitten with the black ears, he's the yapper. He's the one who likes to, like, chat. And it's funny because his meow is just like, eh. Maybe it's because you're so tiny. Tiki, how are we going to do this? How am I going to game if I'm holding you like a baby? Maybe we don't. Maybe we just hang out for a few minutes. It is 10:48. I could probably do a break in a few. Let's see. What are we gonna do next? Oh yeah, I was gonna turn in the Void Assault thing, and I must have gotten a satchel or something. Are you ready to get down? You got adventures to go on? Or are you happy right here? This is where you live now. Loves sitting in my lap, eats like he has no food, just a love bug, yeah. I felt so bad because it was very clear that he was competing for food with whatever was living in his tummy. And he was just trying so badly to grow and get bigger, and like his parasites were just taking all of that nutrients, and that's sad and that sucks and we don't want that. You know, and you grow into a nice big healthy kitty. I love him so much. Oh my god. Hi, Mr. Sonic Gen. How are you doing? Reminds me when mine was that size. Super snuggly, affectionate, also pretty vocal. Yeah. Hey, baby boy. I did want lap cats. I do like it when they like to cuddle. Both look very happy. Yeah, I've been in contact with the rescue, and I've been keeping them up to date on what we're doing with them and what they had, because they will need to keep an eye on it and or treat the rest of their cats, ideally. Oh man, are you happy? He's like happy, but he's also like, I wonder what else I could be getting up to right now. This is pretty good. We're still figuring out all the favorite places to get pets. People usually like the under the chin. That one's pretty good. When my hands are warm, he likes it when I like kind of rub the tips of his ears. But my hands are kind of cold right now, so I don't know if you like that. Always blinking at me. Subscribe for kitten. Looks just like my Loki boy little void monster. Does your void go gremlin mode at 3 a.m.? His gremlin mode is specifically at meal times. If we're eating food or if it's about time for him to get his food, he turns into kind of like a force of nature. He takes food very seriously. And if I'm making up his bowl and he thinks he's not getting it fast enough, which is always, he will try to climb my legs. He'll try to get on the counter. He will be meowing about it. Because he's had a little bit of food insecurity, I think. So he's just very hungry. So he's getting all the food that he needs. And one thing that I'm doing is no matter what you tell me, I'm not feeding you anything until 8 in the morning. Because I don't want you waking me up before then. If this is gonna work, you gotta let me sleep. I don't care what you say. You're not getting anything until I get up. You can wait. I too take food very seriously, so I understand. Yeah, they have kibble all the time right now. So if they're really hungry, they can snack, and they're getting 3 to 3.5 meals a day. Sometimes I've been giving them a bedtime snack if they seem really ravenous. But cats are just that type. Yeah. Are you perfect? Are you guys both perfect? Can we do both? Can we have a double kitten cuddle puddle? I like how I kind of have a yin and a yang one. These boys are cousins. Their moms were sisters. Got our old girl an auto feeder. Just ended up that she would make us wake up to walk with her to make sure the food did, in fact, make it into the bowl. Yeah, I love Toonie too. Use my Looney Tunes. Alright, boys. Alright, I think I need to get up and take a short break, and then I should probably continue to stream World of Warcraft. Because we gotta pay for your food, dudes. We gotta pay for your food. These guys can crush wet food. Oh, man. I'm paying more to feed them than me right now. But look at the faces. How could you not? Stream allow you to not have another job. I have been full-time content creation for 13 years now. So I do stream and YouTube, and that's been my gig for the last 13 years. If I did pick up another job, it would be probably minimum wage, and it would impact the amount of content I'm able to do. And I think that if I wanted to do that, I would be better spent just making more YouTube videos. You're so adorable. It's illegal to move when you have kittens. Possible they might have the same father. Certainly possible. Cat family trees get kind of twisted, huh? Hi, babies. Black and White had a mustache. People say he looks like Charlie Chaplin, or... Oh, yeah. Let's stick with Charlie Chaplin. Hi. First bit of content you ever made. You can probably find it if you go to YouTube. My YouTube channel, I don't think I've deleted much from the early. You could probably just sort by oldest to newest and find it. I believe there's some Don't Starve Let's Plays. Hi. There's a couple of, like, Steam game reviews. And then I got into pet battle guides on YouTube. He's looking at me. Okay, babies. You ready to get up? You ready to get up? Okay, let's, oh, don't fall. I will be right back. Okay, alright. Hi, Toonie, your brother left. I saw him sprint past me down the hall. What are you gonna do? You gonna press buttons over here? I suppose that's fine until you press the wrong one anyway. Ugh. Don't fall, dude. Man, I was a lot more neurotic, I think, when Kira was a baby and then when Moose was a baby. These guys, don't worry, I'm still keeping an eye on them. I don't want them doing anything unsafe, but, like, I'm kind of a lot more picking my battles with these ones. They're gonna get up to some stuff. They're kittens. That's what they do. All right, I'm turning in the Void Assaults thing. Also, did I get a cache? I got a Field Satchel. That gave me 30 Field Accolades. Marl, good. Alright, let's turn in the Void Assaults quest. I guess up this way. You want down? You can do it. You want to come down this way? Yeah, that's a better landing, huh? Let me help you. You're still little. You need a little boost. Alright, this one, Ranger's Cache, gives us another 75 accolades. Okay, so you get quite a few for your weekly. Accolade Durest is for 500 total. This character is sitting on 145. Alright. Oh yeah, I must have spent a bunch on my, I must have spent a bunch of accolades on, tier 2 recolors earlier on my other character. I wonder where the game sound went. Did somebody mute it? Yes. At some point it got muted. Selena Locke, thank you for the 32-month resub. Hey, Hazel in chat, 32 months already. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Love your content and vids. Aw, shucks. Thank you, Selena. Oh, man. Turn this one. We're just kind of doing a tour. I have to decide what I'm gonna actually do with my Void Accolade, or Field Accolades here. So she does need gear. 75 could get me... Darn, okay. Oh, hang on. I also have particles, don't I? Wait, I have dark particles, but I have... Oh, okay, I have more than that. I wonder why they didn't stack. Yeah, let's get Field Accolade Pouch. 10 of them for 100. Alright. Let's trade those. And then the pouch is automatically open. Okay. So now I have enough to get 2 champion pieces, or I could save up for like 7 years to get a hero piece. I think I'm going for the champion pieces. I think that's what we're doing, and we're just going to hope that we roll them in good slots. A chest piece would be phenomenal. Gloves. Darn it. No, that's a miss. Try again. Boots. That is not a miss. That is an upgrade. I will take it. 1 for 2. Not. Could be worse. I still can't hear a whole lot of sound. Oh, that's why. Sometimes when I'm like confused about why my settings changed, I'll be like, what do you mean? I didn't press any buttons. But in this case, somebody may have actually pressed some buttons. I have champion gloves, so I think I can just straight disenchant those. Hero pieces being so much more expensive is wild. It doesn't seem like a very viable source of hero gear. Just because you need so many field accolades. You get a random piece. I don't know, man. I think not. I think tier 11 vaults kind of a better thing for a chance to have them drop directly. Or tier 11 delves. I could do tier 11 delves, I could do tier 8 delves. Let's do the void ritual though. I never finished it. I also would like to, for the magical alarms quest. When I track this, I don't have the button, and that gave me issues. I may need to abandon and then re-pick it up. Raising magical alarms. 50 from the tier 5 rituals with 8 challenges. Okay, that's not bad. Another 2 pieces or so. You do this inside the ritual. Oh, so this quest is warband wide, but only the character who first picked up the quest item will have the quest item. Okay. So if I want to do this quest, I need to do this on my priest. Ooh, okay. Why don't I take my priest and do the ritual site, but I don't have to do it on like a hard difficulty or anything. I could just kind of do it to get that done. Right? Vault Delve Dungeons. Yeah, it's weird when the new thing is not that good. Even Nightmare Prey for a couple of champion pieces faster. Hi Fausty, how you doing? It's Fleebo! Thank you for the 28-month resub. Hey Diva, happy International Scurvy Awareness Day. Make sure you munch on a citrus to celebrate. I might actually have oranges in my fridge. Wish the new events were better for leveling. Yeah. Couple mountain pets. No, I don't have them. I don't even know if I want them. I'm so I'm so cooked. Alright. So this character has, let's see, ritual sites. Don't tell me this character dropped it. Oh no, she has it. This character has Lady Darkland's device. Okay. So if I want to do this quest, and I do, I ought to do this on this character. Alright, we'll do one just for the sake of unlocking stuff. Vault of the Incarnates quest? Yeah, it's a skip quest. I'm 2 out of 3 runs through Vault of the Incarnates to be able to get the heroic skip, which I could see myself maybe wanting for some reason or another, so I feel unwilling to abandon that. One of these days I ought to recruit Flabby and just kind of run it. I don't want to do this. I'll pick it up, but I won't do it. I'm not sure if you can solo it these days. Maybe. Easy? Okay, that's good news. Well, maybe I can do it myself then. You can. Alright. On Mythic even. If you go into the ritual site anyways, it's like 90 seconds more. Yeah. Is it... Doing Vault and Amir Drasil for mounts and appearances? I feel like I just played Dragonflight. It's being added to Time Walking now. We're getting Dragonflight Time Walking, which is such a mood. Changed a lot of the Dragonflight raid encounters this patch, so they are soloable. Oh, that's good. That's really good news. I must have missed that. Alright, so I'm mainly doing this ritual site just to unlock a couple more things, right? I don't know why I'm so disinterested in the mountain pets. Maybe I'm just being stubborn. I think that's probably it. I guess I just... And this is a thing that I probably need therapy for. I resent the assumption that I, by default, want a thing just because it's new. Because they've added so many things that are new that I can't possibly want all of it. Now that I've kind of accepted that I'm not going to get everything, it's kind of like, well... Tier 5. So tier 5 is the most I can do with 4 challenges. That's fair. But, like, I don't have a good answer for why not, aside from to pointlessly assert my free will. That's all I got. Sure. Let's do this. And we'll make sure that we do, to the best of my ability, investigating the obelisks, and... I guess when I get field accolades on my priest, those ones can be for tier 2, so it's not a waste of time, necessarily. Meta sheet will come out as get all the things. Yeah. That might do it. Asserting one's free will every now and then is important. Yeah, I feel like... And I just get weirdly picky about this, because in the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. But doing anything in a game for any reason other than because I want to... I just won't. I have to want to, even if I should want to. If I don't want to, I guess I'm just not doing it. I don't care who tells me that it's easy. If that part's missing, then we're not doing it. It just makes me look like insanely stubborn, but that's fine. It's true. I am insanely stubborn. I don't know why I would pretend to be anything else. That is who I am, and I can work with it, but I'm unlikely to fundamentally change. So I reacted to the trading post, which has freed me from trading post FOMO. Yeah. I love, like, filling my trading post bar and shopping every month, but I am so insanely picky about what I buy now, and I weirdly kind of, like, take satisfaction from that. I really get a kick out of saying no to stuff. It's twisted and strange, but I'm like, yeah, no, this one's not worth my tender. This one's not worth my tender. I don't think so. And then I end up spending, I end up saving, and that's why I have like 12k. And I guess if they ever do put out a bunch of stuff that I feel is worth my tender, but that's kind of the flip side of them making it scarce, is that if you make it scarce, I'm going to value it, which means that you're not. I mean, they don't care if I spend it or not. It's no skin up Blizzard's back if I spend my tender or not, but I won't do it for anything short of sheer perfection. Yeah, I'm currently floating. How much tender am I floating? 11,975. We dipped briefly below 12k. Although I might need to go pick up the... No, I did. I did pick up the end of the box. End of the bar thing. Because I haven't missed a month of trading post. And at some point... I used to basically spend all my tender every month. And I would try my very best to get all of the mounts. And all of the pets. And then also there were some transmogs that I wanted. And once I realized that that was never going to happen... and I let go of my need to buy all the mounts or all the pets just because it's a mount or a pet. Things opened up a lot more. I only get something if I really like it now. And I've become very picky. Alright, hang on, I'll bite. What do I have to do? Wowhead, ritual site, overview. Discovery and drops, alright. Bring a candle to a circle. Alright. Get the candle. Candle's right behind me. I'll go up this hill first, and I'll do this first. Blizzard's creeping back into Shadowlands territory. Quantity over quality. Yeah. I think they've done a pretty good job with making a lot of currencies warbound. That part's been improving for me. I definitely agree that they're shoveling out quantity over quality, though. I strongly feel that they need to get a handle on learning to edit and not pushing a piece of content just because it's technically functional. I think that they have lost the plot with that completely. But maybe they know something I don't. Perhaps it's working. I'm not a game dev. I'm not an industry analyst. I don't know. I'm just gaming over here. Way too many currencies. Yeah, a couple of them could have been left in the drafts. Get nervous to dip under 6k or so? Like, what if there's 3 or 4 trading posts in a row with no skip items? Not gonna happen. There was 1 month where I spent more than I earned. I'm pretty averse to going in the red. I'm pretty averse to spending more tender than I earn in a month. I like number go up. I don't like number go down. There was 1 month that I did it, and it was the Thanksgiving month, I think, with like the bread, the food weapons, and the turkey mount. That was good. Criminal that accolades aren't warband when you need so many for a piece of functional gear. I can see them not wanting you to grind hero track gear for your alts without playing the alt. I understand why they might want you to play a character to get it hero track gear. I feel like champion should be kind of the ceiling for the sort of gear that you can get for your alt without actually having to set foot on it. So because you can get hero track gear from field accolades, I understand that they're a per character grind. I'm okay with that. I would prefer that they made hero track gear cheaper and also time limited if they wanted to. If they wanted to limit you to 1 or 2 pieces of hero track gear a week on a character, but then didn't make it cost 500 field accolades, that would be fine with me. Could be wrong, though. It's just an idea. Mythic is the highest upgrade tier, and you can get Myth Track gear from Mythic plus 10s, either via bonus roll or via vault. In dungeons or from Mythic rating. You cannot, to my knowledge, get Myth Track gear. I guess if you do tier 11 vaults and you get your Myth Crest from the Gilded Cache, and you saved up a lot of those, you could then craft a 289 piece, or 285 or whatever. You could craft a maximum quality piece with those myth crests without ever having to get a myth track drop. That's a bit different, but that's about as close as you can get, I think. Remove BOE gear. Are there heroic BOEs? There must be, I guess. Yeah, mythic gear can also be upgraded. Yeah? Hmm. I hadn't considered that. You are right. I still think it's fair to expect somebody to play a character to get hero track gear on them. I think that that's a reasonable thing to expect. I don't know if that's what they're expecting, but I'll stand by that statement. Mythic BOEs too. Are people realistically kitting out their alts with those though? Is that a practical use case, or is that just a point to make a point? I am moving the goalposts. Okay, did I investigate this? I did. Good. Not even Race to World first players do that. Mythic BOEs were a big thing back in BFA. BFA BOEs with the Twilight procs or whatever. Yeah, let me look. Curious. Armor. Say cloth. Item level. Any armor item level. It's funny, why don't they show the upgrade track? Do they have an upgrade track? These are zone drops. These are BOEs. They're 279, so I guess they must be. And then 289 is mid 666. Maybe it's just not showing the upgrade track in the auction house interface. Yeah, expensive. Okay, so there's a candle here, and I'm going to bring the candle to... I'm going to set another map pin. I don't know if it's like on a timer or anything. Perhaps I should have cleared some things out. To the ritual circle. Do I have a timer on the candle, or did I just pick it up? Confused about that. I really would have preferred to be doing all of this in my warrior, but she didn't have the quest item needed. This just spawns birds. Bring the misplaced candle. Maybe I have the wrong waypoint. 5147. They're pretty close by. Oh, I see. There's a spot missing. I'm clicking on the wrong candle. Okay. If I could stop spawning birds, that would be great. Because candle, 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 skull. There is a candle nearby. Kind of literally right here. Oh, I see. I understand now. And then we swap it out for the skull. Maybe now I do the middle one? Or maybe I'll get it at the end. I don't know. I'll do the middle one more time. What's the harm? Aside from the harm the birds are doing. Oh no, I think this is it. Hazel, what up? Hi Lucas, how are you doing? Happy Saturday, hope your weekend's going good. How are the kittens? They're good. They're having a riot of a time. They're living, laughing, and loving. Alright, there's a mount. Kind of over the blue aura and stuff, but I suppose it's fine. Alright, that's one thing done. Okay, so there's meat piles we can do too. Here, I'll get the map pin for the meat pile spot, and I'll see if I have... I do have practically pork, so that's fine. So let's go back up. And this is for a war bear mount. Working on my machinima. It criticizes the expansion model. There you go. Never been a fan of the blue aura. Any of them, really. They did a lot of, like, green aura on mounts kind of Emerald Dream era and a Dragonflight. I don't know. It feels a bit cheap to me. I don't use them, and I don't really see other people using them. Just numbers to me. You, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm hanging on. I am muddling through with greater and lesser effectiveness, but it's alright. Keeping it together. Making sure the really important stuff gets done. Hope you're hanging even harder. Yeah. Be alright. I might need to figure out a nap today. I didn't sleep a lot last night. I was up a bit late making sure the video got done because I was running around a bit yesterday. Some cat stuff, and it's okay. Things will get easier. Whoa. I think I wandered off from where I was heading. I mean, we have to do all of this. Work stress is starting to get to me. At least I caught up on sleep last night and had scones. Nice. Also not sleeping well, which then I got on my bike, rode at pitch night. Did it help you get back to sleep? That's nice. Like the ore they put in the Cloud Serpent from Herondar. Not saying let's make 10 mounts all look like that. Yeah, sometimes it feels like once they have like a thing, they kind of just like be like, alright, well now what else can we do with it? And the answer is, I guess, lots of stuff, but... sometimes it's good to burn off some anxious energy. I think even though I'm not sleeping as much, and I've feeling a little bit behind and stuff, I've been a little bit less anxious since bringing the kittens home because they keep me so busy I don't really have time to like worry about stuff or like worry about procrastinating. I'm not sitting with the existential dread of like I'm not doing something I should be, because at any given moment I'm doing something that I probably should be, and then I just gotta make sure I squeeze in any time limited stuff in the right amount of time. My my stress eczema has calmed down a little bit, which is good. I think mainly just because I've been distracted. Did see a deer? Oh, nice. Oh, you mean like a bike? For some reason, I was imagining a stationary bike. I don't know much about night bike riding. That sounds scary. I guess I'm glad that you saw the deer and you didn't collide with it. Why would I do that? Because it's dark. Sometimes I come in a building and I forget why I'm here. I was thinking motorcycle. Here in my area, deer are a hazard. Can hunt them if we want to. We have a lot of deer, and we also have elk, and you have to be very careful on the highways because elk could be in them, and the elk don't really care how fast you're going or how poorly you can see them. They're gonna be in the way, and they're big. Mounts of this month's trading post are so boring. You think so? I actually bought one of them. Here, let's ride it for a bit. I bought one of the horses. I bought the silver color of it. I really liked the braid on the tail that it has. I love this big, thick braided tail. Not me full clearing the ritual site. It's alright. I'm learning. Forgetting. Bought and saved one. They're so normal compared to what we usually get. Yeah, that's true. They're not quite as out there. Some people might like a more kind of normal-ish looking mount. Maybe. Something a little more grounded, less fantastical. Okay, so like... Bring pork to meat piles and summon chubs to spawn an angry... Oh, chubs. Do I have chubs? No. Well, how do I get chubs? Bring one pork to a lost bear cub. Okay, alright, alright. Back the truck up. We got another side quest. It's down here. Alright, hold on. One thing at a time. I'm getting ahead of myself, apparently. Let's clear our way down this way. Say, Hazel, in your Discord, do you watch the videos? I won't lie to you, no. I almost never check Discord. It's even, like... It's not just the scroll Discord, any Discords. I have a tendency of just having like 50 notifications that I never look at. It's not a platform I tend to consume content on. Here we go. Understand. I also doom scroll. I tend not to socialize in like chat-based platforms, and then I wonder why I haven't socialized with anybody. Why haven't I spoken with anybody when I don't speak to people? Alright, hello. Would you like some pork? Okay, so now I have chubs. That's job one. And now we're gonna go back to... back up there, where I was. And then we're going to summon chubs and use the meat piles, and we're going to get a bear. And then at least we can say that it's done. Chubs is pretty cute. I will give him that. It's like a little baby Amani Warbear. I think the ritual sites are taking me like 9 times as long because I'm trying to collect stuff, and I'm also trying to like do quests to unlock more, I forget what they're called, but like the affixes, the challenges at the same time. And also I tend to clear things that are in my path whether I need to or not. With the little hat. How often do you guys make new transmogs? I'm starting to feel a little sick of mine, but whenever I go to try to make one, nothing's really jumping out at me. I think I need to really start from scratch. And forget, like, the pre-made outfits and just find, like, a thing, like shoulders or a back piece or whatever that I want, and then build everything else around it. I've been trying to start from, like, pre-existing sets, and I'm not getting very far. Admittedly, have not used the new transmog system. Not usually, not very. I think I'll be wearing mine for the rest of the season. I made a few out of some of the Finery Fun sets, and I just don't, like, they look nice on paper and I like them in theory, but I don't want to wear them, so I guess I don't like them that much. There's no sense in a mog that you like theoretically but won't put on. Once a patch, make a new mog, you should go back to the old ones that I like. I get bored after a while, and then I need new ones. Nighthold set, the owl one. Trading Post has been a godsend for me because I like costumey kind of mogs. I like goofy, silly, sort of outlandish costumey feeling Mongs. I don't like anything that takes itself super serious, because you can barely see all the details on my priest anyways. My gnomes are this big. So anything that's a bit outsized and like reads clearly on a gnome and is also a bit goofy and silly is always good. That's why I'm a garden gnome right now. I took off my shadow form just so I could see them walk. The more you kill, the more baseline spoils, increases accolades. That's good then. Not a complete waste of time. I've still in my life never finished this ritual set. I did the other one once or twice. Or 3 times maybe. We're getting there. Do love when things are an absolute yes. The mop staff mog from Sirenel is one of my favorites. Oh, I love that one. It takes everything in me to not just put it in every single transmog. It's like, what? You know what this needs? Is a mop. So many of the costumey outfits amazing on the smaller races. Yeah. I love the fantasy of, and this isn't something I do, but like pugging a key or something, or going into a combat situation and absolutely laying it out and doing great, you know, like great interrupts, good use of CC, excellent throughput, great team player, and then somebody's like, oh man, what a great player, and they look at the character and it's like a little gnome in a bear suit, you know what I mean? I like the idea of juxtaposing like really good performance with just the goofiest thing you've ever seen. I want both. And I'm not performing that well, but we could work on it. This one, I agree, this does feel much longer than the other one. It feels like it's bigger and there's more mobs kind of in the way of everything. Best tanks I ever played with was a Mechanome Warrior in a ridiculous outfit. My Brewmaster tank usually wears some pretty fun stuff. There's an obelisk over there. Invis potions? Yeah! That sounds like something somebody would do. Doesn't sound like a me thing, though. That makes too much sense. It's a good idea. Throne is much bigger than the Naga one, yeah. I just prowl, yeah. I need so many things, like, right now. Is this an obelisk? Tainted corpse? That it's almost easier for me to just full clear and be confident that I got all of my quests and collectibles and stuff done. Alright, so I got 2 of the 3 treasure mails. I'm sure there's more pets, but we can worry about them later, I think. How do people that don't have prowl do these? If you're me, the answer is slowly. It's alright, though. I'm also, making things a smidge harder myself by doing all these quests. Have to remount after herbing or mining. That, thankfully, you can outclass with, knowledge points. Whenever I'm leveling a gathering character, my first knowledge points go into whatever tree is going to give me mounted herbing or mining. But then I remember that I forget that I have it. That always happens to me. I'm pretty sure I've unlocked mounted mining on 2 of my characters that have mining, and I don't think I think I still dismount out of habit. Oopsies. Have stealth and still use a see it, kill it approach. Yeah, what if it drops something cool? Sky Golem never worked for mining. I don't know if it still works for herbalism or not. Hazel just woke up. Happy to see you didn't miss Hazel time. Hello, Milligram. Hope you slept well. I kind of thought that this chasm was going to have the thing I needed to use the item on, and maybe it does. Let me stand right in the middle of this, and then we'll use the analyzing thing. It does. Okay, perfect. What's the right amount of ritual site per week? There must be a point of diminishing returns where you're not, like, progressing the renown or getting as many accolades anymore or something. Okay, we checked that. I now need to, I guess, go back up and around and get on top of this cliff. Kind of dumb that you collect a physical bag currency of the void bits. Yeah. I think those are extremely stupid. I think it's embarrassing that those made it into the game when the only point of it is to be a fragment of a currency tap currency. And there's no other purpose for them. My theory is that there was another purpose for them earlier in the development cycle, and then they chickened out, switched it to Marl, but left the dark particles in. I think it's just messy. Still haven't found 3 of the 4 treasures here for the quest. Are the treasures in both delves, or are they only in the Naga one? Gonna have to work my troll mage, named her Glycinda, after the WoW episode on Big Bang Theory. Nice. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen that one a few times. They're in both. Found 3 of 4 in this ritual site. Okay. Well, that's good then. Yeah, hopefully you come across them soon. I think I did those in the other one. I'm not 100%. I may only need to unlock a couple more challenges, and then I'll at least have them all unlocked. There's like a ritual site. Achievement tab, right? Yeah. Challenging sites. Okay, so yeah, there's 2 more things, and I'm on the quest for both of them. I'm doing the alarm bells, and then I'm also hoping to investigate the obelisks. I guess I hope that the obelisks are in this ritual site as well. I don't know that for a fact. I haven't really been thinking about the affixes that I have on right now. I've just been kind of mushing my way through this. Very talky for a WoW streamer. We try to be talky when we can. Sometimes if I'm super focused on something, I'll kind of lose it for a bit. But it's a fairly social stream. We chat. We're live. This one. Last I heard, the Darkmoon Fair buff doesn't give rep bonus for midnight. Yeah, true. That one, I think they turned it off in the first week of the expansion because, and I understand why. It was because when people were first leveling, and it was really important to min-max midnight reps so that you could get the champion rep gear as early as humanly possible, people were playing in really wacky ways to try to not turn in any quests until Darkmoon Fair. It was kind of seen as like you had to hold off on doing all kinds of different things until Sunday when the Darkmoon Fair came up, like during launch week, and it was making people feel like they had to play in a super, super weird and inconvenient way because that was like min-maxing. So they adjusted it so that it wouldn't matter, so that you could just kind of turn stuff in and stop stressing about it. The trouble, though, is I feel that after that first month for that specific situation, they should have just turned it back on. And I don't know why they didn't. I guess they just didn't get around to it. I think at this point, Darkmoon Fair should absolutely count for midnight reps, and it's weird that it doesn't. It should have just been a 1-month stopgap. I don't know. Finished that tier 5 like 20 minutes ago, so it's really fresh. I'm getting the magical alarm thing done just fine. Struggling a little bit more finding the obelisk, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure it was 3 of 5 when I came in here in the first place. I'll have to look. Everything looks like an obelisk to me. Love that the fair buff lasted for the whole week, did not go away with dying, right? That would be great. I find the gameplay of going back to the Darkmoon Fair not ideal. I could make peace with it if they maybe gave us just like an on-use teleport to the Darkmoon Fair, and then maybe, please, pretty please, let us fly there? Imagine that. That would be better. I could see them charging like a bunch of Darkmoon prize tickets or whatever for a Darkmoon Hearthstone. That would be cool. And it's not like that hard to get out there, obviously. Like you can use whatever teleports to get to your capital city and then talk to the Darkmoon person to teleport to the fairgrounds and then go through the portal. It's just, it would be nice if we could carve a couple steps out of that. Ah, I see. I need to be here. 100% farm a Darkmoon Hearth. Yeah. Do they snarl at gnomes and undermine? Who? Oh, Darkmoon Fairies, goblins. No, no. Maybe the goblins that live in Undermine and haven't left are less accepting than the goblins that have gone to go work the Darkmoon Fair. People in Silvermoon definitely scoff at me for my void energy, though. I think I'm more used to it because I spent a whole patch getting bullied and undermined by the NPCs, so I'm tough now. They can't hurt my feelings. Hoping for some Darkmoon housing decor. Mm. Okay. Okay, so the obelisk could be really anywhere around here. Kind of a weird. That tentacle went really far. Kind of a big pull. Youch. Didn't see D4 WoW tier 2 skins. Not too fussed about it. I'm a little transmog saturated. I'm definitely tier 2 set saturated. They look great. I haven't been wearing them, and I don't think they're going to talk me into farming every version of them. That's the last void entity, but I would love to find the obelisks. Dark Obelisk Investigation. Let's wow hit that one. Classic purple void looking obelisk. Walking past them counts as investigation. Okay. And there's locations for Broken Throne. I wonder if I'm going to be better off getting a bunch of waypoints or if I'm going to be better off just kind of wandering around and looking for him. Well, there's one waypoint anyway. It's funny, I wonder if I need to find 2 specific ones to get the last 2 because I did the first 3 in the last ritual site. Or if I can get away with just walking past any 2. Okay, so here's an obelisk. Yeah, that's 4 or 5. Good. What about... Alright, there should be one over here. Did they bring back D4 Bonsomdi skin for Spiritborn? I do not know. I'm not even sure what all of those words mean in this context. I'm not sure what Spiritborn refers to. Looks like it's a no, though. Is there an obelisk over here? There is! Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Surprised I didn't wander past two of those by accident with how much clearing we were doing earlier. Oh, I see. It's a D4 thing. Okay. That makes sense. It's like, is this a hero talent or something? Imagine if my priest could turn into a Bonsomdi skin for Guardian or for Spirit of Redemption. That would be pretty sick. I could get on board with that. Devil Wears Prada 2, worth the watch? Oh, nice. Love me some Stanley Tucci. Alright. Now I think I can finish the thing. I'm sure there's like another pet or two that I haven't got, but we got 2 mounts. That's good enough, right? 2 mounts and 2 quests for unlocking things. Curious how many spoils we get from all of this. Be nice to get it, or accolades. It would be nice to get it on my warrior, and I guess now that I've done the quest, I can just do that. Tier 5 ritual sites is what you need for, I think, the best possible vault loot for world tier. I think it's just hero 2 out of 6 instead of 1. Heard a loud thump, and then I saw a cat sprint. I might want to look at that. Everyone alive out there? Doesn't seem to be cause for panic. It's being investigated. I'll look into it after stream. We're here for another 15 minutes or so. I am rating this tier. We just finished Heroic March. This past week, this past Thursday, was our first Heroic Lura kill. We'd been progressing that for some time. I've been rating Holy Priest, as Holy Priest. Okay. How is memory game? Hard. We did it basically natty, more or less. We had somebody watching and calling out, and then we had somebody else do a second call out right when they came out. But I was also watching it for myself, just for my own sanity. Doable, though. I remember the first time we pulled Heroic Lura, and I'm like, 5?! What do you mean, 5? Like many people, I and my friends have sometimes struggled to separate triangle and diamond in the brain. Had a little bit of issue with that. Easy to mix those two up. What's your over-under in weeks left? Hard to say. I'd hate to guess. I think there's some interest. Certainly not everybody was there for our first kill, and we may need to reprogress it a bit to get another one. In some tiers we've done that, and then in some tiers we've just kind of left off. There may be some interest in doing alt raids. We'll just kind of see what's going on. Lura is absolutely a struggle for me. Ideally, in a group that's in voice comms, there's somebody who does feel really confident with it that can call it out just to kind of do backup. It's not very efficient to have every single raider memorizing it for themselves. Oh, a soak. Fancy. You don't get soaks very often in a single player fight. Do you notice if there was always one only of each symbol? Each symbol would appear only once in the sequence. No repeats. On Heroic. Progression is pretty efficient. Attribute much of that to having an amazing raid caller. Yeah, worth their weight in gold. Hi, Tuna. Have you been getting up to trouble? Have you been causing some kitten mischief? Pugging so it's inconsistent whether someone does callouts or not? Yeah. Pugging Heroic sounds hard. We could barely do it. Also, there's another thing? I thought that was the last thing. We can barely do it in a guild group that's been progressing together for like 3 weeks. I don't want it. Okay, I have to pay attention. This is actually kind of hard. Or at least there's a lot of different things going on here. Oh, I thought his shield might have been connected to his ads. Now I'm seeing that maybe that's not the case. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not fast enough. Okay. Perhaps I ought to focus that one ad. What are you doing, Toonie? Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes, I'll be with you very shortly, Mr. Tuna. If you can just... Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Okay. Alright, we did it. We got all kinds of achievements. I got a tier 5 ritual site. There's spoils. What are we getting from this? I know! 79 field accolades from all of that. Meow. What up? No plan to do mythic progress here. Alright, let's go turn some of this stuff in. Every week between raids, the stupid fairy visits me in the night. Without a raid collar, I'm useless. Oh no. I've never heard that phrase before. I feel like my high school band director would have insinuated that happened to us on weekends because we used to practice all week in band class. We would be pretty good by Friday, and then by the time you came back on like Monday or Tuesday, everybody would be awful at it again. Yeah, no plans for Mythic. I think even with Flex Mythic coming for Rotmire in 1207, I'm not sure if we're going to mess with that at all. It's not really the type of group we've ever been, and I'm pretty happy to not... Oh, hi, Toonie. Toonie wants the stuff on the screen. Mythic doesn't offer me anything that I want, and it asks a bunch of things for me that I don't want to give. It's asking me to give extra effort and time, and it's offering me nothing that I want. Kind of a bad deal. There's nothing that Mythic is going to give me that I don't get out of Heroic. I raid to spend time with people, to enjoy playing my character, to have like a fun sort of social thing to do, and that is something that I am completely fulfilled by Heroic by. I have no desire to prove myself any further. Nice. Alright, I have unlocked every challenge now. Dango for the first time the other day, a Japanese treat. Sweet sticky rice balls on a stick. Oh, that sounds yummy. Nice. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing a ritual site or a delve or anything on my warrior because we're nearly at the end of the stream. I feel like I was in there a half an hour. I did get 2 mounts. Oh, and you know what? I can get another one. I have the Marl and the motivation. Let's just pool all my Marl here again. Let's go get the Amani one, huh? Maybe I could even flight path my way over there and then hang out with my Mr. Tuna for a second. I got a pet and 2 mounts, and that's enough for me for the moment. It was already more than I thought I was going to be getting. Going out to the village. Yeah, that's the stuff. How you doing, bud? You can't see it, but I have a little kitten on my desk. Boo! Where do you get the flower bird from? Light up the night. Meta achievement. Light up the night. There's another color of it that is a rare drop mount from Herondar Rares, but this is mine, is the Brilliant Petal Wing for doing the 4 zone achievements. Ending soon, but I wanted my present stone. Hey. Hope you're doing good. How are my shrimps? You guys shrimping in there? They're shrimping pretty good. Oh. Little guy. Do you want to sleep on me? You know, if you're gonna take a little nap, what if we just... Here. I know you're so sleepy. I know you're so sleepy. Uh-oh. Well, that's curious. Oh, no, it's just my screenshot button. Okay. Did you read all the lore items while doing the Herondar weapons? Yes, but I had to repeat one of them. Well, read is a strong word. I clicked on them. I had to repeat one of them because I didn't do it, but then I did it the following week. So I have it done now, but I was 1 week slow. How did you repeat? The following week, I chose to do the artifact that had the lore items that I missed. I went in Wowhead and I looked up the achievement to see which artifact had each lore item. And then I chose that one to do for my weekly. Yeah, how are the shrimps? The shrimps are good. They seem to be shrimping. They look like they're thriving. They're always busy. I'm always a bit worried that they don't have quite enough to eat in that tank because it's a somewhat more recently established tank. Doesn't have a huge amount of biofilm in it, but I feed them shrimp pellets and they're getting some algae and stuff too. How are the kitties? Toonie, how are ya? How you doing? Sorry, I won't move you too much. Oh, he's really soft and he's purring. I'm a tuna fan. You like tuna? I like tuna too. I'm somebody that likes to come up with nicknames for my kitties and my pets. Like how Kira is also Miss Kira, and she's also Kitty and Kitty Cat. The Honorable Miss Kira. Tuna is becoming Toonie, like the coin. He's also Looney Tunes. And then when he's big, he might be the Big Kahuna Tuna. Mwah! But he's not big yet. He's so sleepy. His tiny face gets me. I don't call Kira Worm. Kira calls me about worms. If she notices the worm's getting out of the worm bin. And then I don't have a lot of nicknames for Tiki yet. He's my Tiki cat. Call my cats worms. Is that Crunch Wrap? It's my Dios Mio taco. Oh my god, he's so soft. He's so soft and he's so sleepy. And he's purring. He's kind of at a point of his life where if he's tired and he's sleeping somewhere, you can kind of spatula him off of wherever he's sleeping and you can cuddle him and he'll be like, yeah, I'll sleep on you. That's good. That's equivalent. You can hold me like a baby. This is acceptable. Oh, the black splotches. His legs are really funny colored. He's got one leg that is completely white on the outside and completely black on the inside, and it looks like funny little stripy pants. Tiki is a black cat. Tiki is a void, as they say. Kitty Lee Cuckoo. Zippy Lee Boo Boo. Zippy Lee Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Tiki's a voidling. I think they're both going to be snugglers. I was a little worried that because they were going to love each other so much that they might not love us as much, but they both of the kittens like cuddles. Adopted a void recently. Oh, congratulations. I didn't realize how much I've always kind of wanted a black cat until I got one and I was like, ooh, this is right. I love all the kitties, but he's so handsome. He's so beautiful. I had a Sir Lancelot and a Pepe Letitia. Girl's name is Petunia, but we call her Tuna or Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes is such a good one because sometimes you're so crazy. This one's the crazy one. Tiki's pretty smart. Tiki's got it together. He's older, though. He's got a head start. Oh, there's all kinds of decor. I need to get them out first for sure, though. Also, I only have one hand, so I can't really preview stuff. There's the mount. Did I buy it? I meant to. Oh, hang on. We have to transfer our... No, I must have bought it. Because I did transfer my stuff. There it is. There we go. We've got one Amani we can call her. One of our cats is called Socks because she has white fur on her feet. Lovely. That's nice. This makes me so happy. I feel really nice and warm and fuzzy. Buddy, I might cry. He's just purring. And he's really warm. And he's like completely liquid. Like I'm fully holding him up with this hand under his butt. Like he's not supporting himself at all. I want a tuxedo cat. It took so long coming up with a cat's name once that my husband started calling him Junior and that became his name. Used to call him my June bug. Aww. Oh, I love that. I was worried we wouldn't come up with a name for Tiki in... Like, I wanted one sooner rather than later because I was worried that I wouldn't bond with him the same if he didn't have a name because it felt mean to be like, well, Tuna and then the other one. That didn't feel very nice. It was like, we gotta get you a name like Stat, dude. There's only so long that I can just call you the other one before I start to feel bad. Poor guy. Alright. I should wrap up for the day. Not that I'm going anywhere in a hurry, because I'm a baby. Thanks for the stream today. Enjoy the kitties. Thank you. I put out a news video this morning onto YouTube. If you're interested, that's on youtube.com/hazelnuttygames. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow for a Sunday morning stream. I'm sure we'll find something fun to do. Maybe I'll be brave and I'll try like a Fury Warrior key or something. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.